It's a big game guy, Jake Reichstein, and the kids have been itching for this. I've been itching for this. I wish we could have played at 6 o'clock when I woke up this morning. But beautiful day. I mean, couldn't ask for better weather. Home field. We're looking forward to it.
Coach, let's talk a little bit about this bracket and the season that your Patriots had to kind of put you in this particular position. Yes, it sets up to be a good bracket for you guys in terms of the competition level. You don't have your Waynes, you don't have your Freemans, you don't have to go through your Central Cities. But at the same time, I think a little misleading bracket in that you still have to come out and prepare and play the same way, whether you're going up against a top seed or whether you've got that top seed advantage.
And I think people look so much into teams' previous records that they tend to just overlook guys. St. Paul's a good baseball team. I mean, if the favorites were to win the district, they'd be a wild card ahead of Mount Michael. And, people that just kind of look at the numbers, don't look at the actual teams, don't realize that, we've historically done pretty well against these guys, and historically they don't have the greatest record. But, they're a good baseball team. And if the PowerPoints don't show it, the records don't show it, our split series don't show it, I don't know what else is going to show it. And the guys understand that and know that. And we're gonna play it like we would any other championship game, and that's to win it.
Talk a little bit about this team and their preparations here for the district tournament. You put have a rematch against the St. Paul team that kind of was the district tournament tune-up, if you will, your last matchup of the regular season. Then you turn around and have to face them right away again in a district final. Always tough to play a team twice. We know baseball is going to baseball at a certain time, so just kind of talk about their focus and their preparations here for this week's tournament.
Our preparation's the same. We're going to play the same game every time. I don't care if you know what's coming. We're going to bunt, we're going to steal, and we're going to try to move runners over and get them in. And that's been our mentality since I took over, and that'll always be our mentality. So, I don't know if we're going to expect anything tricky from them. I know that, we're pretty blessed with a deep pitching staff, and they haven't seen two of our best guys. And on Tuesday, they saw Owen Brown, who's making his name as a starter for us. I mean, he's done nothing but good things in the 3-4 games that he's pitched for us. And got Hunter back in yesterday. But, I think Jake's going to go out there. I mean, couldn't ask for a better combination for him. His senior year, 4th district championship game, home field. When I told him he was starting the game, he was super excited. So I'm glad to see the passion and love, because some of the guys you tell them you're going to start, and they don't have that. And, we want to go with the guys that do have it. And Jake's the man for us today.
Again, Tim Stroman, head baseball coach for the Adams Central Patriots, joining us as we get closer to first pitch here. Pats versus the Cats for the C4 District Championship. Coach, you talk a little bit about your offensive philosophy and playing a little small ball, being aggressive on the base paths. Well, you can't do any of that if the guys don't execute. And this is a team that's executed at a high level this season. From the moment that the clock hit 0 in the basketball season to getting prepared and ready for this season, just talk about how well that this team executes those fundamental things for your baseball team.
Well, they knew what we were going to do. I mean, the first day of winter workouts, we worked speed and conditioning, and we worked it every day over the winter, and just kind of explained to the guys, we were successful on the base paths, but we can be better. And if we want to have tools in the bag to fall back on, we've got to be able to run the bases, and we've got to be able to bunt. And the first week of practice, that it's still to this day, you go to any of our practices, at least 8 to 12 pitches out of the 24 pitches that you see in batting practice each day are bunts. And, they bought into it. I don't know how they really bought into it coming in as a new coach, but they love it. I mean, they love running the bases. I mean, I think we're up to like 150 stolen bases this year, but I thought we had a lot last year. And the fact that, we'll run when it's available. And, I like to be putting pressure on guys. But, if the times don't match up, that's why we have those other tools to fall back on. We can hit line drives. We can put the ball on the ground to move runners over. We can hit sac flies. there's other things that this team's really good at. And yesterday's game speaks highly of what exactly we try to do.
As the success of the season has continued, the length of the beard has also grown for head coach Tim Stroman. Has the wife become okay with it as the Patriots have continued to play winning ball and your facial hair has continued to grow?
God, I think surprisingly she likes it. I hate it. Itches. I look like Jack Black. If you were to grow it out longer, there's like a bunch of white in there that I didn't know I had. So it's kind of an eye-opener for me. But like I've said on our morning shows and stuff, we all want to win. And we all put so much pressure into just being perfect in every aspect. And I think sometimes we overlook the fun side of it. And it's important to be relaxed and have fun because baseball's a game. It's not a life or death, battle to the death here. It's a game. Go out and have fun and enjoy it.
Is that going to be a key today? Does your team play better ball when they are loose and having fun like that?
If you can give me the answer to that question, you'd be my magic man. I really just push our guys to come out with the same intensity every game. Don't be too amped up, but don't be dead. Find that happy medium, because in a 28-game season, it's tough to come out just fierce, fired up from the get-go. You play a wide range of opponents from Class C to Class A. Some might not have the best record, some might be undefeated. And so it's tough to manage that as a coach and as a player. These kids have school, they have travel, they have homework. I know a lot of them have girlfriends. So, there's a lot to deal with. And I just want them to be focused. When it all comes down to it, when we're focused on our execution, that's when we're our best.
Well, Coach, I might not be the magic man, but hopefully we have a little magic in us and we can punch our tickets to state and we can talk when it's all over, sir. Good luck to your boys today, and we'll talk when it's all said and done.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Tim Stroman, head baseball coach for the Adams Central Patriots, joining us here on Extreme Sports. Stick around. Starting lineups, play-by-play. It's all coming up next. It's the Pats and the Cats. It's the C4 District Championship, and it's on Extreme Sports.
If you're looking for an auto repair business that you can trust, count on the experts at Connet Auto Care in Hastings. Their mechanics are ASC certified, which means they are up to date on the best repair practices for your vehicle. Connet Auto Care keeps your vehicle running like it should. They offer air conditioning repair, brake repair, cooling system services, engine diagnostics and repairs, suspension work, electrical work, and much more. Plus, they sell wheels and tires too. Connet Auto Care, 212 North Lexington in Hastings.
Hi, this is Terry Anstein, President, 5 Points Bank of Hastings. On behalf of our shareholders, directors, and staff, I would like to thank all of our great customers for helping us become the fastest growing bank in Hastings. I would also like to invite everyone in the Hastings area to stop in and visit with one of our bankers and learn how we can be your bank for the long run. Locally owned, locally managed, 5 Points Bank, the better bank. Member FDIC.
Bex is the largest family-owned retail seed company in the United States and is dedicated to the needs and profitability of America's farmers. This is Sustainable Seed Solutions, your local Bex dealer. Did you know that Bex is the only company with access to every approved trait in the U.S.? This advantage allows us to remove the bias from sales and focus on what's best for farmers. For more information, call 402-751-0089 or find us at sustainableseedsolutions.com. Bex would like to wish all area teams the best of luck this season.
Celebrate mom with the gift of beauty this Mother's Day. Show your love with a stunning bouquet from Bob Sass Flowers. Our fresh, handcrafted arrangements are perfect for the woman who means everything. Find all our Mother's Day specials on our website at bobsassflowers.com. Call 402-462-2179 or order online today to schedule your delivery or pickup. Located at 2618 West 2nd Street in Hastings. Serving Hastings since 1955.
If you're looking for auto glass work, call Auto Glass Experts of Hastings. Jeff and Brent have over 60 years of combined experience. They can fix your glass in just about anything from your car or pick up to heavy-duty repairs on your truck or farm equipment, tractors, loaders, graders, or semi-trucks. No other glass repair and replacement business comes close to the high standards of quality and customer service you'll find with the Auto Glass Experts. If you've just got a little ding in your windshield, they offer rock chip repair. Give them a call today at 402-463-00. Get ready, race fans. Cam Raceway is teaming up with Extreme Sports for an electrifying season of high-speed, dirt-slinging, adrenaline-pumping action. Every race night, we're bringing you live video coverage straight from the track, so you won't miss a single lap, pass, or photo finish. From non-wing warriors to cage karts, flat karts, and the A-class winged beasts, we've got it all. There's nothing like the roar of the engines, the smell of burning rubber, and the rush of dirt flying action right in front of you. So get to the track and experience it live. But if you can't make it, don't sweat. Extreme Sports has you covered. Buckle up, because this season is going to be fast, fierce, and unforgettable. Make sure you like and follow Extreme Sports on Facebook to get all the latest updates, and we will see you at the track. You are listening to Patriot Baseball on Extreme Sports. You are listening to Patriot Baseball on Extreme Sports.
And welcome back to Duncan Field as we get set for the C4 District Championship. Adams Central Patriots, St. Paul Palmer Wildcats. Tyson Everonic with you. The man to my right, Marcus Metcalf, as we get set to walk you through this one. The Adams Central Patriots with their all-white jerseys today, and throwing on the bump will be Jacob Reichstein, getting the nod from Tim Stroman, coming into today's contest with a 4-2 record, a 3.76 ERA, and has 43 strikeouts. Meanwhile, for the Cats, they are in their traditional blue and golds with the white pants, and their batting order will look like this. Zayden Weller will lead things off, a 229 hitter with 3 RBIs. Braxton Heater, the shortstop, hitting second, a 350 hitter with 7 RBI. Christian Lemberg will be the starting pitcher and hit third this afternoon for the Cats. 196 hitter, 8 RBIs. Alex Meineke, the catcher, 449 hitter and 20 ribbies. Levi Bader will bat fifth and hit third, or bat fifth, play third base, 235 hitter, 6 RBIs. Mason Hoppus out and right, 220 hitter, 5 RBIs. Gatlin Reimers, Lane Baker, and Mason Majerus round out the 9 for head coach Brandon Lemberg of the St. Paul Palmer Cats. District title on the line, hardware on the line, and Marcus, for the Patriots, an opportunity to get one of the monkeys off the back and take home a district championship and automatically breathe a little easier, not have to wait for a wild card berth to the state tournament today.
Oh, absolutely. Fourth time's the charm, is what they say. Usually it's third time the charm, but hopefully this time it's fourth time is the charm in the rubber match here today, as these teams will battle for the third time this year and the second time in 3 days.
Reichstein fires opening pitch. First pitch swinging here as Weller will fly out to right in there to retire. Weller on the very first pitch of the ball game is going to be Dyer out and right. Let's meet your Patriot defense. Wallmeyer at the hot corner at third base. Neppel at first. It's Reichstein doing the pitch-in. Hodgen will be the catcher, not in the batting lineup. They'll be using a designated hitter in the Owen Brown 8 spot today, but Hodgen is behind the plate. Then it's Moosel, Johnson, and Dyer from left to right out in the outfield. And now stepping up, Braxton Heater, the left-handed swinging shortstop, as Reichstein goes to work here on the second hitter of the ball game. First pitch swinging from Zayden Weller, flew out to right as we are underway here on Extreme Sports. Pats and Cats.
Like a Dr. Seuss. Pats and Cats.
Ball hops in front of the catcher Hodgson and skips away. We'll have 1 ball, 1 strike here. Beautiful day here at Duncan Field, 83 degrees. It is our expected high today. We'll have winds light out of the south at about 5 miles per hour as that pitch is on the outside for a strike. But an absolutely pitcher-perfect, gorgeous day. One of about 3 straight that we have had here in the Hastings community as we have been blessed with an extended spring here in the early portion of May. Well framed from Hodgson, couldn't get the call. Just nibbling on the outside corner was Jacob Reichstein. The count will go 2-2. Braxton Heater will try to get something started here for the Cats offense. Again, these two teams met on the very last matchup of the regular season. Adams Central was able to put them in the rear view mirror. But awfully tough to play a team twice, and certainly, AC's got that target on their back. They were coming in with a lot of expectations. So far, so good. They've delivered. They got off to a little bit of a shaky start in April, but I would say late March, I should say. And then once the calendar flipped over to April, this team really turned it on, and it has a very impressive resume, including a big victory over Central City Centura. They went down to Norris, had just an absolutely grueling stretch, but they have played some high-caliber competition, Marcus, and more often than not, Patriots have come through.
And you got to add Seward in that mix, too.
Yeah.
I mean, they lost by 1 run, and they had attempt at a squeeze there at the plate and just wasn't executed enough, and they kind of had a win there, and that's a good Class B opponent.
Braxton Heater is able to draw a walk as 4th ball was thrown on a full count. So Heater is aboard at first, and that'll bring up Christian Lemberg. Lemberg with the, as they say, opportunity to help out the cause. He will be starting pitcher for St. Paul. Also, this is one of those all-around good athletes. He can play behind the backstop. He's a very talented catcher. And certainly that is the name of the game when you're facing Adams Central, and we'll talk more about it as we go along. But boy, if you don't have a catcher that can get up out of that crouch and fire down to second, more often than not, I think everybody on this Patriot lineup, Marcus, has the green light to steal bases, as they have set a school record for stolen bases in a season. As the bunt will go foul here, trying to move him over. Christian Lemberg doing a little small ball, but it rolls foul, and it'll bring it to count to 1-2.
Well, that's what Coach Stroman likes to do. He likes to steal bases. He's an aggressive style of play, and he mentioned in the pregame show he's 150 stolen bases thus far this year, and we still got game yet today. And then, like you said, you're going to be in the state tournament regardless of the outcome. But so they want to continue on that number and be aggressive.
It would take nothing short of a modern-day miracle for the Patriots not to get a wild card berth. A lot of upsets would have to happen today, and again, certainly when you're talking Adams Central ball, you're hoping that the Patriots can just take care of their own cause. It was a 1-1 count, so my apologies. It is now 1-2 as the pitch freezes Lemberg on the outside corner. Couldn't pull the trigger, and that'll bring the count to 1-2. Heater aboard at first, taking a secondary lead off. As Reichstein looks in, gets the sign. Off-speed pitch upstairs, ball 2.
For those that are not familiar, we'll get a chance really quick. If not familiar, Duncan Field, it's a big ballpark. And batters are facing southeast most of the time. The rest of the time you're facing the wind coming inwards. 370 down the left field line, 367 the right field line. The power alleys between left and right centers 405 and straight to dead centers 408. So big ballpark here at Duncan Field.
A lot of ground if one can find the gap, as this one finds the gap between first and second. And St. Paul is threatening Jacob Reichstein a little bit early as Christian Lemberg delivers a single. And it's runners at first and second here for the Cats, as Alex Meineke will now come to the plate. 449 hitter, 20 ribbies on the season for the cleanup hitter. Far and away the best on team batting average and in terms of RBI production. And they've got him up in a good spot here with 2 aboard, as we will have a courtesy runner, number 21, coming in, Marcus.
Carter Hawley.
So Hawley will run for the pitcher, Lemberg. And Hawley now at first base. Heater at second, and the Cats in business here in the top half of the first. Again, this baby scheduled for 7. on a gorgeous day in one of the most historic parks in central Nebraska. Thank you for joining us wherever you are, whether you're out on the patio, as this one is a line drive deep to center, and right there to make the play is going to be Johnson. Good job tracking that one down. He makes an over-the-shoulder catch and is able to get that back in. No runners advancing on the play. Boy, off the bat, that looked like trouble, but you have Jaron Johnson out there in center field, and, well, he's been playing outfield since he's been to Williamsport, and he proves off the skills once again.
Yeah, he's got the speed out there, man. He's one of the fastest guys in that outfield, and I would say all three of them out there have plenty of speed, and that just showed right there. Like you said, that ball was pretty well hit off the bat, and just it's kind of the benefits of this ballpark. It's kind of a pitcher's ballpark where you can hopefully you can give up maybe a monster hit, but it could fall and land right in your outfielder's lap.
So that'll bring up Levi Bader now to the plate. Levi Bader, the third baseman, .235 hitter on the season, as Jacob Reichstein tries to work out of a little early trouble. Well, I was going to say, whether you're joining us from your outdoor deck area 2 blocks away or whether you're out in the Kansas Motor Speedway, we appreciate you joining us. We know we got the Wills on board. Mike Wills called a fair share of Patriot baseball so far this season, and on assignment, gonna watch a little NASCAR with the family this weekend. So we hope that he enjoys his stay.
Well deserved.
Here's the 1-1 with 2 down. Levi Bader at the plate. Ball skips away from Hodgin, and that's going to advance the runners. 2 runners now in scoring position here for the Cats.
Yeah, he threw that about 50-some feet, probably 50 feet, and I think bounced the rest of the way and got away from Hodgin. So I'm going to chalk that as a wild pitch. Now you got runners on second and third, but you still have 2 outs.
Ball gets away from Hodgin, and on the bouncy Duncan turf, it is merciless for those catchers. So here's the 2-1. Reichstein going to throw some strikes here. Fires that one on the outside and can't get the call. It's now in danger of loading the bases with Mason Hoppus in the on-deck circle. 3-1 hitters count. We'll see what Reichstein elects to do. Here's the Cats threatened with 2 in scoring position. Ball low. Bases loaded for St. Paul.
It's something that this Adams Central pitching staff doesn't do much this year is walk many guys. I mean, they are really pretty consistent around the plate, getting at least ground outs or putting the ball in play. And so Reichstein's just got to settle down here. Now you get the bases loaded, and now you got to force it any base.
220 hitter, 5 RBIs. Mason Hoppus now at the plate. Nowhere to put him. Bases are juiced here as the St. Paul Cats threaten early here in this district championship. Reichstein delivers and can't get the call. Tight strike zone, Marcus. What's your early impressions?
I thought that was just a little bit low, but yeah, I think it's tight. But he's catching plate, just probably just low.
1-0 count. With the bases loaded, Hoppus hops that one down the first base line, but it's going to go foul. So that'll bring the count to 1-1. Big moment here, I think, for the Patriots to establish some momentum. You don't want to give a hungry St. Paul team really any momentum in this ballgame whatsoever, and certainly to strike first against the Patriots to put a little plant of seed of doubt, if you will. This is a big at-bat here for Adams Central early on in this ballgame. As the pitch is on the outside corner, that one's a strike. That completely fooled Mason Hoppus, the right fielder here for St. Paul. He was looking off speed all the way and got the heater right down the pipe. So the 1-2. Now some pitches to play with here if you're Reichstein. See if they try to get him to chase, and they do. Hoppus goes down on strikes. A big K for Jacob Reichstein as the Patriots dance out of danger here in the top half of the first. It's St. Paul nothing, Adams Central nothing. It's district championship baseball, and it's on Extreme Sports.
Ridgeline, a local accounting and financial services firm, proudly supports all area high school athletes. There is more than one path toward financial security. We take the time to know you well, to understand your financial situation, your business, your farm, and your personal goals. That's why our work with you is more about personal connections than it is about the numbers. Choosing the right path takes experience, creativity, and guidance you can trust. Come join us and enjoy the view at Ridgeline.
If you experience air conditioning problems this summer,
Call the experts at Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning of Hastings. Ruts is a local, family-owned business with over 45 years of experience in the HVAC industry. They service all makes and models of heating and cooling equipment for both residential and commercial customers. You can trust Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning to complete all repairs, installations, and maintenance work on time. If you're shopping for a new air conditioner or heating system, remember Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. They have a broad range of systems to choose from. Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 402-463-4853.
You are listening to Patriot Baseball on X Stream Sports.
Well, the Adams Central Patriots get out of danger in the top half of the first inning as St. Paul leaves them loaded. All told, no runs on one hit, no errors, and 3 left aboard. 2 early walks for Jacob Reichstein, but coming in clutch when it counted. Gets the big strikeout against Mason Hoppus, and now it'll be the Patriots coming to bat. Adams Central batting lineup will look like this. Jackson Shagru leading things off, a .280 hitter with 13 ribbies. Jaron Johnson hitting out of the 2-hole, 293, 16 RBI. Cohen Rader, your sophomore shortstop. .355 hitter, 24 ribbies on the season for Cohen. Caleb Wallmeyer cleaning things up, a .405 hitter with 20 RBIs. Jacob Reichstein hitting out of the 5-hole. Hunter Nepple hit 6th. It'll be Nick Musil hitting 7th. Owen Brown, your designated hitter, hitting 8th. And Liam Dyer will round out the prime 9 here for Tim Stroman and the AC Patriots. Again, if you're just joining us, Adams Central in their home whites, all whites today. St. Paul in the blue and gold as Jackson Shagru will get things started. And for the Patriots, it's all about getting things started, getting runners on base, and then their aggressive offense has pretty much told the tale from this point on in the season. They like to steal bases, they like to swipe the bags, they like to get into scoring position, and boy, have they done one heck of a job so far here in 2025. A record-breaking season for Adams Central. Many individual accolades, team numbers as well. And now an opportunity to draw first blood here in a district final as they play for some hardware. Shagru pops this one high up into the air, and Hoppus is there for the out. Boy, that would have hit the International Space Station.
Yeah, that was like it was off the launching pad down at NASA.
That went straight up the chute as now Jaron Johnson will lead things off. First pitch swinging once again. Both offenses showing some aggression here early on and attacking early in the count. As Lemberg, we haven't even got a chance to get over his line score yet. Christian Lemberg, .329 ERA, is a 1-0 on the season, 21 strikeouts. And gets the nod here in this district final. As this ball put into play by Jaron Johnson, it's going to eat up the shortstop heater, and it'll be an E6. That'll put Jaron Johnson aboard. Ball hit that deep in the hole. You'd think that Jaron Johnson probably would have had the speed to beat it out anyway, but when you have that bobble, you leave no doubt. It'll be an error on heater, and the Patriots have their first base runner of the ball game.
Yeah, that ball was hit so deep. He could have charged up on it, and he decided to sit back and just kind of ate him up there. But nice wheels there by Johnson. Now you got your first base runner. I think we're going to see the green light here for Johnson.
The old Duncan hop, as they say. It's an infielder's nightmare out here sometimes, as Cohen Rader will step up to the plate. And this ball's going to skip away from the catcher, and Johnson already off on the play. Going to have the easy bag on the pass ball. So he'll move up another 90. And now Patriots already with a runner in scoring position here with one down. Rader, .355, 24 ribbies. Has a chance to add number 25 if you can find some green out there. Here is the pitch. And it's fouled back.
Busy day on the front or on the sports side of things. We got Hastings High playing this afternoon at 5 o'clock. We'll keep you updates on that. Husker softball going at it today. Busy day here in the sports world.
Cohen Rader at the plate. Johnson at second. As the Pats try to cash in, it's Johnson on the go. This ball's going to skip in the dirt, and Johnson's got another. Stolen base for Johnson, moves up another 90 feet, and Patriots will sack fly. Will drive in the game's first run here. That was in danger of scoring the game's first run. A nice pick out there at third by Bader, just to prevent the error from the catcher. That pitch is in there for a strike. That looked a tad inside. It actually took Cohen Rader out of the batter's box. But a called strike here from Blue. So it'll be a 2-2. Johnson at third, Rader at the plate. Skies this one into foul territory, out in the direction of Marcus's red Honda. Get missed by just a few feet.
That's why I park almost clear out by South Street.
See, and I go the other direction. I go on the far side here by the train tracks. Figure the players and coaches might know something on the parking situation, as this ball is high and outside. That'll bring the count full here, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down.
Big opportunity right here for Raider to get home the first run.
Johnson taking a few extra steps. Shopper, third base side, and that's going to go just foul.
Johnson had to get out of the way of that ball because that ball almost hit him, and he was near fair territory. If that ball hits him in fair territory, he's out. And so, nice heads-up move there by Johnson down the third base line to get out of the way. And that thing, like you said, Tyson, that thing was landed fair.
Taking a big, big lead over there at third base. Trying to entice a throw over. And anything that skips away is going to score a run, but not on this occasion as Cohen Rader goes down on strikes. So Raider fans at that one. 2 down now with Caleb Wallmeyer to the plate. Wally 405, 25 ribbies. Here out of the cleanup spot. Anchor in the hot corner today. Let's meet your St. Paul defense, by the way. Meineke at the catcher. He's the battery mate here for Lemberg. It's Bader and Reimers at third and first across the diamond. Heater and Baker up the middle. And in the outfield, Majerus, Weller, and Hoppus from left to right. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 down, and a runner at third base for AC. Jaron Johnson, 90 feet away, reached down in air, nabbed 2 bases, and now the count 1-1. Little low, Caleb Wallmeyer frustrated with that. And might be whispering to the home plate umpire, where was that on our side? As the pitch goes to Wally. Popped it straight up the chute. Weller's there. And can of corn. Runner stranded at third. So Patriots put 1 in scoring position, but can't come across to score him. No hits, no runs, 1 error, and 1 left aboard. Let's go to the second. It is St. Paul nothing, Adams Central nothing. District Final Baseball here on Extreme Sports.
Hi, this is Terry Anstein, President, 5 Points Bank of Hastings. On behalf of our shareholders, directors, and staff, I would like to thank all of our great customers for helping us become the fastest growing bank in Hastings. I would also like to invite everyone in the Hastings area to stop in and visit with one of our bankers and learn how we can be your bank for the long run. Locally owned, locally managed, 5 Points Bank, the better bank. Member FDIC.
Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill has been serving Hastings and the surrounding area for more than 25 years, becoming more than just another bar and grill. It's a Hastings institution. Don't miss Wing Night every Wednesday, featuring legendary wings that are crispy, saucy, and downright delicious. Stop back on Thursday for roasted chicken. Fridays, enjoy the prime rib and seafood buffet. Then savor Bullseye's world-famous prime rib on Saturday. On Sundays, indulge in the brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For over a quarter century, Bullseye's has been the go-to spot for good times, great food, and unforgettable memories. Visit Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill on West 2nd and Hastings, right across the street from the water park.
This is Patrick Mahomes, and you are listening to Extreme Sports.
Thanks, Patty. This is Tyson Vronick and Marcus Metcalf with you here from Duncan Field in a scoreless tie between St. Paul and Adams Central. Bottom of the order, due up here for the Cats. It's Reimers, Baker, and Majerus as Reichstein goes back to work on the bump after surrendering a couple walks in the top half of the first inning. Got him in a little bit of a dangerous situation, but he wiggles out of it as he gets the strikeout. And now going to work here on Gatlin Reimers, the first baseman. 211 batting average, just one lone RBI on the season as it's a slow roller. Shortstop side, Raider is there, fires over to Neppel. Beautiful thing of infield defense there for AC. 6-3. Team executes so well on the diamond. And in Class C baseball, Marcus, a lot of times you see some of those get eaten up and olayed. This team just executes at a very high level in really all facets of their game.
Really, ever since NSA sanctioned baseball as a sport, Class C has always been really good with baseball. We got a pop fly here out the center field. Johnson racing over, makes the catch there. Beautifully done from Jaron Johnson.
First pitch swinging from Lane Baker as he skies one out to center, and Johnson is there, and there's quickly 2 down. Here in the St. Paul top half of the second, Mason Majerus now at the plate. 273 hitter, 5 ribbies. Scoring update in the Big Ten softball tournament, Nebraska and UCLA. As it's a first pitch swing here from Majerus, dumps it into right field for a base hit. 1-0 UCLA has the lead. I didn't like that matchup. I didn't actually like that side of the bracket for Nebraska. I, on the eye test, really kind of wanted to be on the Oregon side, and I think we saw that yesterday. Shut out by Michigan. And UCLA, I mean, they're a tried, true, and trusted program when it comes to women's softball, and right now have the 1-0 lead on Nebraska. That is a scary, scary matchup in the Big Ten tournament. As the lineup flips, and it'll be Zayden Weller at the plate here with 2 down, and Weller's got to duck and get out of the way. That one took a few locks off the hair there out of the back of the helmet for Weller. Flew out to right on the very first pitch in his first AB. As Reichstein goes to work. Swing and a miss. Nearly took him out of his shoes there. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 aboard with 2 down. Here in the top half of inning number 2. C4 district final. The Tigers getting underway with their district final against Ralston at 5 o'clock. And we'll keep our eyes on that as we move along through here the evening hours. Oof. All sorts of fooled there. Zayden Weller swings well over the top of that one. And swung at a 59-footer and just trying to put a ball in play. And you can tell the emotions and the adrenaline certainly running through this hitter here for the Wildcats. Trying to help out his teammates, keep the inning alive. That one misses just a skosh upstairs. And that'll bring things full here, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the second. Deuce is wild at the table. Ken Reichstein punch another one out to end an inning. The delivery fouled off. Laser. Are they even offering 50 cents at the high school level?
Yeah, I think so. For Hastings High games, Adams Central games, not so much.
2-2. Off-speed pitch outside corner. Oof. Patriot faithful wanted it. Reichstein wanted it. He was halfway to the dugout and has to retreat back to the bump.
Didn't miss by much.
Fooled me, Houdini. That one looked like a strike all the way. Reichstein settles back in. And now delivers on the full count. Swing and a miss. And a frustrated Weller slamming the bat as he goes back to the dugout. The Patriots get out of the second. No runs. 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left aboard. Let's go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's St. Paul nothing, Adams Central nothing. It's Patriot Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Since 1946, Cully Pipe and Steel continues to meet the pipe and steel needs of Greater Nebraska and Kansas. Cully Pipe and Steel is a one-stop shop for all of your pipe and steel needs. Coley Pipe and Steel stocks a wide variety of steel and plumbing products, from custom steel products to structural steel, rebar fabrication, steel fabrications, and retail and wholesale plumbing parts and fixtures. Remember Coley Pipe and Steel of Hastings. They're located at 405 West South Street and the plumbing showroom at 300 South Colorado in Hastings.
Keep it here on Extreme Sports.
Hits it to right field. Brennan is back. He's at the wall, and we are tied.
Your all-access pass to nonstop sports talk and live play-by-play coverage.
You guys are the #1 sports station because you make the phones light up.
Back here on a beautiful, sunshiny day at Duncan Field. Tyson Abronic, Marcus Metcalf with you. District Hardware on the line and a ticket to the state baseball tournament next weekend. Major League Baseball action going to be getting underway at about 5:30 tonight. Starting off with the Detroit Tigers. Boy, they are hotter than fish grease right now in the American League Central. So too are the Kansas City Royals, and so too are the St. Louis Cardinals. The Central, the Midwest, is playing some great baseball as of late, so get on board. It's been a fun ride. St. Louis and the Washington Nationals getting underway at 5:30 tonight. Ivan Herrera activated from the disabled list. Detroit takes on the Texas Rangers, and the Royals, they're at home as they take on the Boston Red Sox. That game will get started at around 6:30. First pitch in is a ball upstairs to Jacob Reichstein. It'll be Reichstein, Neppel, and Musil due up here for AC. The 1-0 from Lemberg. Tipped foul. And into the glove for a strike. As the right-handed swinging Jacob Reichstein heading back to the plate. 294 hitter. 10 ribbies on the season for Reich. As that ball misses upstairs.
Great crowd here today for a Friday afternoon.
Lively crowd, good crowd. Yeah, you mentioned it. The upper deck area full. A lot of baseball fans out and enjoying some sunshine as Reichstein swings over the top. And we'll see if JR can't put a shot out into right field. Little oppo power. And Lemberg steps off the mound. And so we'll reset here with the 2-2.
That left field line looks pretty good right now. You can pull one.
They're shading him to push one out to right.
Yep.
As Reichstein fouls this one off. It is their race. Coach Lemberg and the Coach Overmiller racing out to grab that one.
It's like they're ready for the sausage race out there.
Mr. Freeze from the Atlanta Braves organization. Here's the 2-2. Pop straight up the chute, and Lemberg's going to call his own number and nearly was run into there by the first baseman. Untraditional to see that, Marcus, when it pops straight up the middle. Normally the pitcher is the first one to bail on that, and you let your corner infielders take a stab at it.
Yeah, usually, but Lemberg did a good job there, just saying, hey, no, this is mine, I'm taking it. Yeah, like you said, usually I thought maybe Reiners was going to go there and cut him off and make the catch himself, but nice play by Lemberg there. Brings up Hunter Neppel.
Hunter Neppel, 436 hitter, 16 ribbies on the campaign. Try to start a little one-out magic here for AC and get something rolling on the base paths. AC stranded a runner at third back in their previous inning. This one misses high and upstairs, and oof.
Hunter really needed the duck on that because as tall as he is.
Some chirping going on over between the third and first base dugouts here as home plate umpire has indicated to keep it down a little bit. High emotions, obviously, when you're playing for an opportunity to go to state. And a little mind game starting here after that high and tight one. This ball is lasered foul.
Man, this third game this year, second time in 3 days these teams have seen each other. So
yeah,
they've seen each other enough already this year, and this time with more on the line.
High stakes indeed. Here's the 1-1 to Neppel, and Neppel It's going to put this one in play, drops it down in front of the right fielder, and Hunter Nepple, the swinging sophomore, has got himself a first baseman.
Nice to see him get a couple base hits here after he was kind of out for a little bit with an injury he had earlier this year. So nice to see him get a bat on the ball and put one in play.
Mid-season injury during the basketball season, and was able to get right, and now fully healthy, and just such a physical presence. I mean, just looking at it from this sophomore perspective, he's just a towering individual, and it's certainly got to be intimidating to square up against him if you're Lemberg, the starting pitcher here for St. Paul. Meanwhile, Moosel will have an opportunity to move Nepple over, but Lemberg's going to help him out a little bit. Throws that one way outside, goes out to the backstop, and Hunter Nepple is able to snag a bag on the wild pitch. So that'll bring the count to 1-0. Nepple aboard at second, Moosel at the plate. And Moosel swings over the top of that one, strike one.
And Nepple doesn't have the greatest of speed over there at second base, so they're not gonna, more than likely not give him the green light. But let's see if Moosel can at least move him over, bunt him over, or find a gapper here and score him.
I like the latter of that plan, Marcus. Let's put one in the gap here and get off to a 1-0 start if you're Adams Central. Bottom half of the second, tied up here, 0-0 between the Pats and the Cats. And this one, a sharp shot past the shortstop. Hunter Nepple is going to get the stop sign from Tim Stroman. It'll be runners at the corners here for AC. Hunter Nepple over to third. Nick Moosel with a ground ball right to the third shortstop gap. And now it's at the corners with Owen Brown, the designated hitter, with an opportunity to tack onto his RBI total. 327 hitter, 13 RBIs. Check that, 12 RBIs. Can't read my own writing. And Brown, an opportunity to put one down in the score column here for AC.
Bader sneaking in here on the third base side, anticipating maybe a bunt here.
They're going to throw back to first instead. First and third scenario, you've got to imagine that Moosel is going to try to apply a little pressure, maybe force a throw down that could go awry and score Nepp over there at third base bag. Moosel's off and running, and there's going to be no contest. That'll be defensive indifference to give Moosel the bag. So it's runners at third and second. And now Brown with anything out in the outfield could score two. That's a sharp shot down the third base line, misses by inches from being extra bases. That would have rolled forever as well.
Bright idea.
I mean, look, as far as the left fielder is playing off the line, I mean, he would have had to go a country mile to get to that one. That had triple written all over it. So we'll reset. Now Brown steps out.
I think anything here at the outfield here is going to score both. Big time moment here for Owen Brown early in this contest to break the ice.
Brown rechecks the wristband, gets last minute instructions here from Tim Stroman at the third base coaching bag. And now we step off again. Pitch clock, anyone?
I don't think at this level.
That'd be so great. Here's the 1-1. Brown, chopper, third base side, nearly grabs Hunter Nepple as he has to duck out of the way. That's a couple times they've had some precarious shots down the third base line.
Wait on it. It's my coach would always say every time I try to almost hit him in the third base coach's box. Wait on it.
1-2. Brown at the plate. Watches one go high and tight upstairs. Hunter Nepple at third, Nick Moosel at second. Two in scoring position here for the Pats. Starting with a little single from Nepple and then a ripper from Moosel. And now it's two in scoring position as here's the chopper, shortstop side, and that'll score a run. It'll be an RBI. Fielder's choice for Owen Brown. As Hunter Nepple comes across to score, Nick Moosel stays over at second. But reading it the entire way, shortstop's only play was to first. Still it'll be two down. And the first RBI hit in of the game for Owen Brown.
Paid a bill on that one.
Paid a bill. Did your job, kid. Paid your bill. Now pay some of my bills. Runner for a second is Moosel. It's Liam Dyer at the plate. Dyer out of the 9-hole, 368 hitter, 14 RBIs on the campaign. 1-0 Patriot lead. And one. Check swing. No swing. It's 1-0. St. Paul faithful does not like it. They are vocal. To our right. Dyer trying to keep the inning alive with a big 2-out knock. Anything out in the outfield, likely scoring Nick Moosel. So the Patriots try to keep the party going here in the second. That one misses high and upstairs. Yeah, now 2-0.
Perfect situation if Liam Dyer can find a way to get on base somehow, some way, and flip to the top of the lineup here.
And you know Dyer's got speed, so I mean if Dyer can find a way to get aboard, it's more stress here on this pitching staff as he's going to be pitching with runners in scoring position. Watching all the way, that one goes straight across. Dyer, I think, had the take sign on because he looks down at the third base coaching box like, why couldn't I swing at that one? That was juicy, sir.
I think Dyer was the one, if I remember rightly, if memory serves me right, he was the one to do the famous moment of the bench warmers we got clear down at the World Series to get low in the box.
Spinny woo there, and a throwback to second. Very slow pickoff move. Moosel's back easy. A little trickery on that pickoff move. And we'll turn around and throw it back again.
I take that back on my part. It was his brother who did it. Not Liam. It was Braden. I had to think for a minute.
Dyer at the plate with a 2-1 count. Now 3-1 as this one's inside. 3-1 hitters count here for Liam Dyer. 368 hitter, 14 RBIs. Top of the lineup, licking their chops as the Patriots try to keep a little 2-out rally going here. Then RBI fielder's choice, Owen Brown, rounding out to short, scoring Hunter Neppel. And it's a swing and a miss. Count is full, 3-2. Dyer can't catch up to the high heater. There from Christian Lemberg.
Coach Stroman said, just calm it down a little bit.
Payoff pitch upcoming. It's outside, ball 4. Dyer draws the walk. It's a big one. As we go back to the top of the lineup, and now the Patriots, top of the order, has an opportunity to go on a little 2-out rally here and keep this inning alive. Frustrating way to end that at bat for Christian Lemberg, because now you're stressing once again. And you know you got the top of the order due up. You really needed to get that 9-hole down. And this is turning into a very long inning here for Christian. As Jackson Segru heads to the plate, Segru flew out to right in the very first pitch of the Patriot first. As Christian Lemberg works here on Jax. Just inside, apparently. 1-1. Having a early time of it trying to figure out the strike zone. It's kind of been here, there, and a little everywhere at times. 1-1. With 2 aboard here for the Pats. It's Moosel at second, Dyer at first. And Jackson Segru is going to call time.
Hey, it can't be a game at Duncan Field without a choo-choo train coming through. And we're going to get our first one here in just a moment.
How do you know that?
I can hear it.
That's impressive. There it is. You heard that one from...
I heard that one all the way from...
You heard that one from Marion, man. Good Lord. 2-1, train count 1. I'm growing deaf. Huh? I said I'm... Stop it. 2 aboard. 1-0 lead here for AC. Swing and a miss. There for Jackson Shagru. Now that'll bring the count to 2-2.
Yeah, Lemberg's been pitching away to him the first 2 ABs, and so I think that's what Shagru's just kind of anticipating. And then you went inside on him and kind of caught him off guard, so I wonder if they're going to go back outside again.
All deuces here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, 2 aboard, 2. Bottom of the second inning. That's where I was going with that. Upstairs, 3-2. Payoff pitch upcoming. Runners will be off on the pitch. Jaron Johnson is awaiting in the on-deck circle. He had a shot deep in the hole to short to start things off for the Patriots in the first, but got stranded at third. Here's the pitch to Jackson. Swing and a miss, and the inning has come to a close. Good job working out of a high-stress inning there for Christian Lemberg as he gets Shagru to strike out, and the Patriots will strand 2. 1 run on 2 hits. There were no St. Paul errors and 2 left aboard. Let's go to the third, shall we? St. Paul trailing Adams Central 1-0 here at Duncan Field. It's the C4 District Final, and it's on Extreme Sports.
At Midwest Farm Management, often the most challenging decision to our clients is what to do with a family farm. We've been helping answer this question since the 1970s. Our company is focused on working with tenants that are good stewards of the family farm while offering excellent returns to our owners. Our services include, but are not limited to, detailed financial and field reports, grain marketing, crop insurance, and finding and executing a lease agreement that best fits your farm. Give us a call today at 402-463-1110 or find us on the web at midwestfarmmanagement.com.
You are listening to Patriot Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Back at Duncan Field, Tyson Evronic, Marcus Metcalf with you. District Final Friday here for high school baseball in Class C. Adams Central and St. Paul Palmer, the C4 District Final. Adams Central with the 1-0 lead after Owen Brown drove in Hunter Neppel to lead off the Patriots scoring. St. Paul coming to bat. 2-3-4, 2 up. Braxton Heater will lead things off, followed by Christian Lemberg, and then we'll see Alex Meineke. As Jacob Reichstein goes back to work on the bump. Reich throws that one low in the dirt. That'll be ball 1. Braxton Heater, 1 for 1 so far today with the single. He came into the contest with a .350 batting average. Nothing to sneeze at. 7 ribbies. And Reich, high and outside, ball 3. Struggling with location a little bit early here in the third. And sometimes you see a little rust after your offense has a long inning for you. And all told, you stranded 2 in that Patriots second. But sometimes you got pitchers that once they get into a groove, they just like to go, man.
Yeah, kind of sit a little bit longer, but now you just got to get back in the groove again. Find your rhythm.
Back in the AC groove. Strike. Come back. Mr. Braxton Heater. He was halfway to first.
Yeah, I caught plenty of the play. He thought maybe just a smidge low, but I thought across the knees. But
I think he was trying to win an Oscar. Here's the pitch upstairs. Strike 3. Frozen. Braxton Heater frustrated with back-to-back calls. And now the St. Paul coaching staff coming out of the coaching boxes a little bit, asking where that location was. Beautiful job from Jacob Reichstein to freeze him on the off-speed on the outside corner. So Reich goes back to work here against Christian Lemberg. Pitcher on pitcher here. And that's going to be in there for a strike. No. Yes? No, maybe so? Put a strike up on the scoreboard, but I didn't see the indication from the home plate umpire. We'll go with it for now. 1-1 is the count. 1-1 is the count according to the home plate umpire. Did not get the strike across the plate. Okay. Reich. High kick and delivers. This one's going to go straight away center field and drop in front of Johnson for a base knock. Base knock from Christian Lindberg. He's 2 for 2 on the day. And that'll bring up Alex Meineke. Now, Meineke flew out to center, but it was loud. Right away in the gap. I mean, it looked like it was destined for extra bases, so this is nobody to just throw cheese across and try to put it in play. This is a guy you got to be careful with, because if he puts it out into the alley, it could run forever. Runner at first is Christian Lindberg. Reich looks in, gets the sign from Hodgen and delivers. It's upstairs. Just slipped out of the grip a little too early on that one. You can just tell out of the glove that was funky. So that'll be a 1-0.
And the outfield is playing him like they're playing the pole.
Spin around, turn back, throw to first. Lindberg dives back in safely. Meineke, 449 hitter. He is the team leader in both batting average and runs batted in for St. Paul this season. And he might have just got the knob of the bat. That always sucked as a hitter, dude. I can't tell you how many times you're trying to get out of the way and you got that knob of the bat that you just can't quite pull back, and you nearly get plunked by one, and you end up being a foul ball.
Or the one where you're trying to duck down and keep your barrel up and the ball hits the bat.
Never happened. Most of the time it's because I threw the bat trying to bail out. Here's the 1-1. Big lead there from Lindberg on the secondary lead. Now retreats back a few steps, and this one's fouled back. And that'll bring the count to 1-2 here to Alex Meineke. 1 down, 1 on here in the top half of the third inning. Adams Central with the 1-0 lead. Winner, the automatic berth to the state tournament. How about a 5-4-3? No, not in time, but still well turned there from Adams Central. Wallmeyer to Shagru. They get the lead runner. And the fielder's choice is going to put Meineke aboard. There is nothing better, Marcus, than a 5-4-3 round the diamond double play.
No, there isn't anything. 5-4-3, 6-4-3.
The most watchable is just completely around the diamond.
Agreed.
Go third to second to first.
Agreed.
I could watch 5-4-3s all day. I mean, if you put a YouTube compilation of 5-4-3 double plays, I'd never leave the house. Here's Levi Bader. Now to the plate, 235 hitter, 6 ribbies on the campaign. And he's got a runner on, but 2 down. After the fielder's choice.
So what makes that a little better is a 5-4-3 triple play. About that.
That's also palatable. But
you don't see it that often.
Completely impossible in this particular scenario with one runner at first.
But no, nice play though. No, nice play there by Walmart. You get the lead runner there, and Nepple to just kind of come off the base so you don't throw the ball away. So good job at least getting out there, and now you have 2 outs now.
Bader at the plate. Spin around throw back from Reichstein. Nice magic there from Hunter Nepple just to keep that one from getting away. He had his back turned and somehow was able to backhand that ball. As it's a big lead here from Meineke, who's off on the pitch. The throw down from Hodgen. Oh, baby, this looks good. You bet. No stolen base there for Alex Meineke as he's pinned down from Hodgen, who gets out of the crouch and fires over to second. They end the inning on a caught stealing and have no runners left aboard. We're going to the bottom of the third. It's Adams Central 1, St. Paul nothing. It's Patriot Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Did you know that one of the most important financial protections that you can provide for your family is to have a will? Stellick Law Firm in Grand Island can help you provide and make your last wishes known when your family is at its most vulnerable time. Call Stellick Law Firm today to get your estate plan completed. Stellick Law Firm is located in Grand Island, and you may call us at 308 675-4035 to get your estate plan started today. Stellick Law Firm. Let us be your voice.
You are listening to Patriot Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Welcome back to beautiful Duncan Field. Tyson Veronica, Marcus Metcalf with you as we continue to roll along here in the C4 District Championship. Some beautiful defense on display from Adams Central in the third. Now let's see if we can't get the bats going. It'll be a good time to do that. 2, 3, and 4 due up. Jaron Johnson, Cohen Rader, Caleb Wallmeyer, and Jacob Reichstein if those three can get aboard. Jaron Johnson in his first AB reached on an error. Although I'm guessing when we take a look at the home field scorebook after this game is all said and done that'll be scored a base hit. But up here we'll call it an error. Got stranded at third. Rest of that Patriot entourage is Ofer that we previously mentioned, and it's still Christian Lindberg on the bump here for STPP. St. Paul Palmer.
Again, I think this crowd's getting bigger and bigger and bigger as time goes on. People are getting off work.
Right.
They're probably listening to our broadcast. Oh, there's a baseball game today.
Approaching the 5 o'clock window here. Oh, I think they were well known that there was going to be a baseball game today. It's been kind of the talk of the town. 2 teams playing for an opportunity to get to a state berth, and then you look outside and you're blessed with Mother Nature just giving you 3 straight days of absolute gorgeous weather. And why not come out to the ballpark and support these Patriots? They've had one impressive campaign. Jaron Johnson almost wearing one there. He's got a duck for cover. As Christian Lemberg has been a bit erratic, and unfortunately for the AC batters, it's been erratic on that right-handed batter's box side. We've seen a couple have to duck and cover. So Lemberg settles back in and goes back to work, and back-to-back ducks. For Jaron Johnson. Best thing you do here as a hitter is just shoot this next pitch straight back up the chute.
Yep.
Right back up the middle. So you want to come inside on me? Take that. Comes inside again. Can't get the call. 3-0.
Yep, that's the one thing as a hitter. You're not crouching me off this plate. I'm staying right here. I'm putting one right back up where it came from.
Lemberg on the 3-0. In there for a strike. Jaron Johnson thought it was a skosh low. Thought he drew the walk. It'll be 3-1. Cohen Rader awaiting in the on-deck circle. Senior, sophomore. The top 3 hitters here for AC. And it'll be another strike call. Jaron Johnson picks up the bat this time. And goes back to work. Now got to spring the bat. Got to protect with 2 strikes here. And the 4th one upstairs. Ball 4. So Johnson reaches aboard via the base on balls to bring up Cohen Rader. That's awfully tough from the hitter's perspective when you watch 3 straight erratic pitches and you mentally have already kind of said, no way he comes back with 3 straight, right? Like, he's not going to battle back. He's missed 3 inside, 2 really inside. But Johnson over there at the first base bag, and got to imagine it's green light and wheels in motion from here. They'll toss back to first. Johnson dives back in safely.
Yeah, Bader's crashing it hard because Rader showed bunt. He want to make sure he can see if he can maybe get the lead run there. Johnson there out at second.
And that's one fun thing about Coach Stroman with this AC Patriots. It doesn't matter where you are in the lineup. You can hit cleanup. And if you have the bunt sign on, you are going to be required to lay that down. And talking about the reps that they put on in batting practice, and probably 25% of those reps are all focused on bunting. Mm-hmm. It is an extremely big part of this ball club's identity. And The thing with bunting is, I mean, you could put the call on 100 times, but you still have to execute. Well, the Patriots have, and their record has been indicative of that, as this is another beauty from Raider, excuse me. Cohen lays down the sack bunt. Johnson's aboard at second. Raider pays the bill. And that'll bring up Caleb Wallmeyer, your cleanup hitter, with a runner at second base.
I was going to mention, say he's crashing it from third base. Play that thing right down the first base line. He'd play that beautifully, let Lemberg play it and advance Johnson over. Like you said, he paid a bill there on that one. That brings up Caleb Wallmeyer.
So Wally, first at bat, popped out straight to center. And now we're going to have a conversation with Meineke and Lemberg as they're going to elect to see how to play Wallmeyer here. Got a scoring update to you, Marcus?
It's still 1-0 top of the fourth inning here. UCLA with a 1-0 lead off Jordy Ball back in the circle again after she pitched beautifully after kind of giving up that one spot in the first, and she really settled down, and that Husker offense took over, and 9-1 win yesterday against Penn State. So, but UCLA is going to be probably one of those teams, more than likely, I would say, probably will make it to the WCWS here in June.
They've certainly got a good shot. I wouldn't count out Nebraska either to make a run through regional and super regional competition. We are, though, as Jordy is. And if she's off in the circle, this can go in the wrong direction real quickly, but we'll cross our fingers for now. 1-0 pitching and defense duel over in the Big Ten softball tournament. A 1-0 battle here with the Pats and the Cats. And an 0-1 count now to Wally. With a runner aboard at second, that's Jaron Johnson. And the 0-1 pitch. Upstairs. And inside.
Don't forget we mentioned Husker baseball going off in about an hour or so. Big series here with Michigan this weekend as you're trying to last home stand of the season, trying to play your way into the Big Ten tournament and keep your season alive.
Get some momentum and keep piling up those wins in the standings for Husker baseball. Very similar kind of to the path they took last year where they squeaked into the Big Ten tournament, and next thing you know, we're winning the dang thing. So Wallmeyer fouls this one back and out of play. It'll be a 1-2 count here with one down. Johnson aboard after the walk and then stolen base. Here as we continue to roll along in the bottom half of inning number 3. Lemberg taking a long look at Johnson. Johnson's off on the pitch. This pitch is going to be well outside. Not even going to get a throw. And Johnson's got third.
Perfect time to do it. Breaking ball in the dirt, or in the turf in this situation. Perfectly called. Stolen base call. And there you go. Second run's 90 feet away.
And with one down, a fly ball would score one. But Lemberg has just continued to pitch in on these right-handed batters here for AC. A miracle at this point in the ballgame, Marcus, that he hasn't hit one. He has come so far to the inside and has been relentless on the inside half of the plate against the right-handed batters. This time it gets a little bit too much of the plate. They're going to come home with it. Johnson's going to have to slide, and he's going to be nabbed down at home plate. Johnson can't get under the slide. A smart play from the shortstop Heater as they go 6-2 for the putout. And Wallmeyer couldn't drive in the run. It was hit perfectly where you want it. Johnson had a good jump, but it was smoked in such fashion that it got to the shortstop almost too quickly, Marcus, and Heater was able to make that play.
Yeah, and Johnson kind of hesitated too a little bit, and so that extra half a second kind of cost him a run there, but nice play there defensively by Heater there to throw out Johnson at home.
Big swing there in momentum for St. Paul as they're unable to drive in the run, and now Reichstein at the plate with Wallmeyer over at the first base bag. Pitcher v. pitcher matchup here, and Reichstein calls time. The bottom half of inning number 3, 1-0 Adams Central with the lead. Christian Limberg, checking the daily headlines here before we deliver this baseball. And Wallmeyer's off on the pitch. The throw down to second is going to be well over the second baseman's head. But nice backup there from short to keep that from being deposited out into the outfield. So a stolen bag there for Caleb Wallmeyer. Second stolen base here of the inning for the Patriots. Third, check that. Johnson had second and third. Reichstein with a runner in scoring position. Put one out in the green. Put another one on that scoreboard. Long lead here from Wallmeyer. And this one's going out to right. Hoppus is there, comes in on it, and makes the play. So a fly out to right ends things here in the Patriot third. Jaron Johnson walked, but nobody could drive him in. Caleb Wallmeyer, a hot shot to shortstop. St. Paul comes home with it, and the Patriots will strand one. No runs, no hits, no errors, one left aboard. Let's go to the top half of inning number 4. Your score, Adams Central 1, St. Paul Palmer nothing. You're listening to Patriot District Championship Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Are you ready to tee off on a golfing adventure like no other? Look no further than the Southern Hills Golf Club of Hastings. The course at Southern Hills is a challenging and picturesque course that is perfect for players of all skill levels. The course features well-manicured greens, rolling fairways, and several water hazards that add to the challenge. But that's not all. The Southern Hills Golf Club also offers a kitchen that serves up delicious snacks and meals, a bar to quench your thirst, a driving range, and a practice green. Book your tee times at southernhillshastings.com or call 402-463-8006.
This is Brad Musburger from VSIN. You're listening to Extreme Sports.
Back here on Extreme Sports, Tyson Nevronik and Marcus Metcalf with you here from Duncan Field. 1-0. Adams Central with the advantage over St. Paul Palmer. Marcus, a match that feels like Adams Central has been really in control of this thing. You had that shaky start in the first where St. Paul was able to load the bases, but Reichstein works out of it. Adams Central been in control. They've threatened on the base paths, but the scoreboard's still showing a 1-0 ball game, and St. Paul very much alive in this one.
Oh, absolutely. I felt the same way. I thought AC has really controlled it. They just can't capitalize when, especially with runners in scoring position, had that out there from the shortstop to the home plate to throw out Johnson at the plate. Could have been another run. Just they had their opportunities, just haven't capitalized on them. But also got to give credit to defense too, and both defenses have played honestly really well this game so far through 3 innings.
Reichstein struggling with location here early on. He's already down in the count 2-0 here to Levi Bader. Bader is able to reach via the base on balls in his first at bat. Then was stranded as part of the dancing out of danger from Jacob Reichstein as he works out of bases loaded. This one's trouble out and right, but wow, the speed from Liam Dyer. There is no trouble when you have speed. That one was gap hunting all the way off the bat, and Liam Dyer just tracks that down, and like a heat-seeking missile goes and finds it, and it all told as a F9 in the scorebook. That's got to be frustrating for a St. Paul squad that has had a couple absolute missile shots today that have just found the Patriot glove, and you're going back to the dugout 0 for 2.
Say, any other ballpark, that thing probably falls somehow and find a gap, and you're probably going on base with a double.
Yeah, this Patriot defense is got some wheels on him out in the outfield. This is a 2-hopper out to shortstop, fielded in time by Rader. Beauty, 6-3 put out there. As Hoppus goes down on first pitch swinging, and Reichstein's got the first 2 retired. I'll bring up Gatlin Reimers now to the plate. Reimers grounded out to short to put the inning to an end. To lead off inning number 2 in his first AB. So Reimers to the plate. Beauty off speed there, and it clips right at the knees. Freezes Reimers, it's 0-1. Take two more just like it. Here's Reichstein. This time fires on the outside, and it's going to be a foul ball off the plate. Foul ball off the plate. Umpire was right on it. And that'll bring up 0-2. Go high and tight here.
Or see maybe throw one away. Waste pitch, so you can get him a chase on a breaking ball or something and see what he does.
Oh, my goodness. Gatlin Reimer is crowding the plate here. I'd go inside. No, they'll go outside, and it's hit right to second base. Fielded by Shagru. Flipped over to Nepal in time. And the 4-3 put out. Puts out St. Paul in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left aboard. Beautiful defensive execution on display from AC. Let's get the bats going. Bottom half of the fourth coming up. 1-0 Patriots lead. It's district final baseball on Extreme Sports. Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab, 207 South Burlington, is the place for all your rehabilitation needs. PTSR offers a wide variety of services, including orthopedic, neurological, and sports injury rehabilitation. A certified hand specialist is available for the more delicate upper extremity injuries. Warm, aquatic therapy, and balance training is also available. PTSR has a strong industrial services division providing physical and functional capacity testing, as well as drug and alcohol screening. Please visit our website, ptsrhastings.com.
You're locked in to Extreme Sports.
Olivares now hits a line drive to deep left field. Ward is back to the wall. Granny time!
Here's Doncic wheeling inside in traffic and got it to go. Call it the foul.
The home of 24/7 Sports Talk. Nothing but pure sports action.
Back here in the bottom of the fourth inning from Duncan Field, Tyson Ivronik, Marcus Metcalf along for District Final Friday. Adams Central currently enjoying a 1-0 lead, but they'd be enjoying it a heck of a lot more if we can put some more runs on the board. And that'll be what 6, 7, and 8 we'll try to do up here for the Pats. It'll be Nepal, Moosel, and Owen Brown. They manufactured the game's first run. We'll see if we can't strike twice and get a little deja vu as the towering first baseman, sophomore Hunter Nepal stepping to the plate. 436, 16 ribbies. Hunter Nepal leading off with a single back in the second, came around to score the game's only run. Driven in by Owen Brown. That one is a little up there, but called a strike. Lindbergh loads and is ready and throws inside, and that's going to catch Hunter Nepal. Nepal taking the extra bag. Finally, the inside pitching has plunked a Patriot batter. He has come inside all day to those right-handed batters and finally gets one. And we'll see if that doesn't change up maybe the strategy pitching-wise a little bit. I mean, do you stay confident with the inside stuff on the right-handed batters? Can you continue to go to that? Nick Moosel now at the plate with Hunter Nepal aboard, and Moosel showing bunt. Infield crashing in, pulls it back, in there for a strike.
I think you can stay with the inside stuff. If you're getting some calls in there, you might as well stay in there. Why not? You haven't hit anybody. You might as well just see if you can maybe crouch off the plate so you can find another 2-3 inches on the inside corner.
Nepal at first.
This sound is processed by Stereo Tool. Go to stereotool.com.
They'll throw back. I don't think Nep's in any danger of swiping the bag. But as aggressive as the Patriots have been on the base paths, I can see why. And this is what pressure on does to pitchers. They start to think at any given moment these base runners could be off. Moosel pulls the bunt back, takes his hack at it, swings over the top. It's 0-2.
Let's see if Moosel can see if he can play that third baseman in, see if he can just slap one over the head a little bit and see if Nepal can use his wheels and go from first to third.
Again, a good crowd on hand here at Duncan Field as they continue to shuffle in post 5 o'clock crew. Here's the 0-2. Off speed, put into play, high up into center field. This could be a can of corn, and it will be for Weller. Well, our tosses are back in. Net retreats back to first. Musil flies out to center. And that'll bring up Owen Brown. Brown driving in the only run of the game so far. Back in inning number 2. That put the Patriots on top 1-0. That's your score. And pretty much your game summary to this point. Patriots working out of a bases-loaded jam in the first. Had a beautiful way to end inning number 3 on a throwdown from Parker Hodgin to Jack Shagru to nab the would-be base stealer for St. Paul. And then set the Cats down in order in inning number 4. And on the pitch, sliding in there head first safely is going to be Hunter Nepple. A very late reaction time from the catcher there, Marcus. I almost thought as if he was going to give the defensive indifference there and just hold it, but fired it well late and off the plate as well.
Yeah, the second baseman just came over kind of late, and nobody was even there at the base. So fortunately, the Baker over there at second was able to get over there and make the ball not go to the outfield.
A sneaky steal there from Hunter Nepple, your sophomore, put himself in scoring position here with a 1 down. Yeah, they had all day to throw that baby down, and it was a very, very late jump from the second baseman. Nobody called runner. And now Hunter Nepple is going to get pinch run for.
Wilson Heiser coming in to run here for Nepple. Get a little more speed out there on the base pass and see if they can play it on the second run of the ball game.
Heiser now at the second base bag. Owen Brown. Shortstop. Holding on Heiser here, and I mean that's a titanic gap to hit through. If Brown can put her in play. Now the shortstop retreating back. And this ball is fouled up and over the head of Tim Stroman in that third base coaching box. That'll bring the count to 1-1.
It is weird seeing Coach with a beard.
I almost didn't recognize him when he first came into the dugout today. I could see the chain blinging in the sunlight. That's how I knew it was him. When he showed up, we talked about it. As this one is hit down the third base line, and that ball is going to be fair. It's going to be fair, and that'll plate the game's second run.
They're going to call it foul.
Why?
The base umpire called it foul, said he landed fair.
The home plate umpire called it fair.
Yeah. Third base umpire called it foul. Stroman was waving his arms at Heiser and saying go, 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 and the umpire pointed right at where it landed foul.
Oh, my goodness. Home plate umpire was on the call, called it fair. The third base umpire pulls everybody back. Let's do it again. What a circus.
Oh, and the fans are letting him know it,
That can't happen. That can't happen. With a trip to state on the line, you got to get it right. 1-2. Let's do this again. Owen Brown, same thing, kid. Here's the 1-2. It's upstairs, misses high and inside. Now 2-2. And now frustration starting to mount a little bit as Lemberg continues to work inside here on the AC right-handed batters.
And if you're Owen Brown, just keep your composure. That's all you have to do. Just put another one in play just like that.
That's
tough. It is.
That's tough to do from the broadcast booth, let alone what he's doing in the right-handed batter's box right now. Hit him. Second hit by pitch of the inning. Now it's runners at first and second. And I'll bring Liam Dyer now to the plate.
I think Lemberg's arguing, saying that he didn't even attempt to get out of the way. I think that's what he's saying to the home plate umpire right now.
So far inside.
And they're both agreeing with each other. They're just wanting to talk.
Oh, I'm sure that's exactly what they're doing. I'm sure they're agreeing. I'm sure a mutual agreement was reached by both parties, and everybody shook hands at the end of this thing. Liam Dyer with runners at first and second, 1 down. Patriots trying to strike in what has been a very contentious and now controversial inning after the would-be second run of the game was called back from the third base umpire.
Heiser almost went too far from second base there.
Heiser was on the jump. He was ready to go. Trying to get into scoring position. Brown at first, Heiser at second. And a 1-0 count now to Liam Dyer, who walked in his first AB, stranded at first. Here's the 1-0. And this bunt is sky high, and it's going to roll foul. Couldn't quite get that one down. And that's good awareness, Marcus, by Lemberg. He knew that the bunt was on. He knew that they were going to try to move the runners around. And he skied that baby to make him come up with the bunt to try to lay it down. And that is awfully hard for the bunters to do. That was one that you just wanted to pull back.
Absolutely, yep. You just want to just pull it back and not force anything to get that thing up in the air where Lemberg would potentially be able to come down and grab it and then have your runners maybe caught in no man's land, maybe double them off. So
2 on, 1 down. 1-1 count now to Liam Dyer. Patriots trying to break this baby open here in the 4th. First baseman playing way up off the line. That's Reimers as this ball is fouled back into the netting. But that looks really cool on our Extreme Sports camera. I was probably headed straight for it.
It's like you're in a 3D movie.
Watching it TV at home, you might have thought that was going to hit the camera screen. We got protective netting here at the ballpark at Duncan Field. Here's the 1-2. Dyer looking to deliver on the pitch. This one's low in the dirt. We'll have to do it again.
Your Dyer here, I mean, look at the left field. I think they're playing like he's playing like the hit oppo a little bit. Just find one that left field line there.
He's got gigantic gaps all over the place here between short and third. Huge opportunity down the line, and he goes right between short and third, and the wheels are going to be held up here for AC.
Yep.
Held up by Tim Stroman as Heiser heads to third. Brown goes to second, and Dyer delivers a single to get him loaded here as we get the top of the order due up.
Did his job, though. He did it perfectly. Put the ball in play, advanced the runners, got your base loaded, and get top of the line up here with Shaguru.
And that's got to be what Tim Stroman was thinking. He doesn't have the wheels in motion there for Heiser. He says, I've got the top of the order coming up, and we're about to break this baby wide open. Infield's going to come crashing in. They'll be coming home with it to try to nab the lead runner to keep this a 1-0 ball game. Biggest opportunity for the Patriots to strike and strike big happens right now. Bases loaded, 1 down. Bottom half of the 4th, and a 1-0 lead. Christian Lemberg laboring here in the 4th.
Won't be surprised here if Coach Stroman puts down the bunt signal, see if we can sneak one home. He's done that before.
Squeeze play. And they'll square around to bunt. Jumping on the play there was Heiser, but he has to come back. Good call, Marcus.
Just got to get it down. Just got to get it down. And Coach Stroman said it before in other games before. They practice that bunting all the time for moments like this.
They'll go back to the wristband here. Jackson Shagru getting some new marching orders. Again, infield playing on the infield grass here at Duncan for St. Paul. Breaker, one outside. Can't quite bend that baby back in play. It'll be 2-1. Hitters count now for Jackson Shagru with the bases juiced. Patriots looking for the clutch hit to open up the floodgates here at Duncan Field. Come on, Shuey. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and missed. 2-2. Jaron Johnson waiting in the on-deck circle. Jaron Johnson has reached twice here in this ball game. Batter that certainly you want to bring up to the plate. Just keep the station rolling, keep this train moving. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lemberg looks in, gets the sign. High leg kick and delivers. This one's going to go straight back up the chute on a frozen rope. 1-1 will score. Being waved around third. We've got 2 runs scoring. Throw comes into third. It's going to get away. And it'll be runners at second and third. 2 runs come in to score. It is a 2 RBI double off the bat of Jackson Shagru. And the Patriots have a 3-0 lead. Heiser scores. Brown scores. Dyer to third. Shagru to second. And right back to where it came from. Jackson Shagru delivers the big hit of the ball game. And it looks like Marcus will have a pitching change upcoming here for St. Paul, or at least a visit at the least. Patriots grab the 3-0 lead, and we'll see here what they elect to do with Christian Lemberg for the first time really laboring here in this inning.
Great job by Shiguru at the plate. Everybody was playing in, so there was plenty of gap there between second and short, and he found it beautifully to play Heiser and Brown there to kind of open this lead up for AC. 3-0 lead now for the Patriots. What a perfectly timed base hit from Jackson Shiguru.
Well, and it all started, Marcus, and I wasn't putting doomsday on the kid, but says you can't be pitching that far inside. And he hit 2 batters for Adams Central. That was the first 2 base runners for AC were put on because of being hit by pitch. Patriots made him pay as they deliver with 2 hits, including the big 2 RBI double off the bat of Jackson Shiguru. There'll be 2 on, there'll be 1 down, and we'll have a pitching change coming up. We'll tell you all about it when we return. You're listening to District Final Baseball here on Extreme Sports.
Are you ready to tee off on a golfing adventure like no other? Look no further than the Southern Hills Golf Club of Hastings. The course at Southern Hills is a challenging and picturesque course that is perfect for players of all skill levels. The course features well-manicured greens, rolling fairways, and several water hazards that add to the challenge. But that's not all. The Southern Hills Golf Club also offers a kitchen that serves up delicious snacks and meals, a bar to quench your thirst, a driving range, and a practice green. Book your tee times at southernhillshastings.com or call 402-463-8006.
You are listening to Patriot Baseball on Extreme Sports.
All right, Mason Majerus now coming in to pitch here for St. Paul. Stay with us. We're going to go around the diamond. We have a flurry of lineup changes and defensive alignment. We're actually going to get a new catcher here in this ball game as well. Mason Majerus will do the pitching. 0-1 and a 2.62 ERA, making his 4th appearance on the campaign. Majerus so far on the season, he has thrown just 5 strikeouts. So Majerus coming into the ball game. What's going to happen is Bader will move over from third. Meineke from the catcher will move over and play at the hot corner. And putting on the gear, we are assuming putting on the gear in the dugout is going to be St. Paul's best catcher, who is their pitcher, or was their pitcher, I should say, in Christian Lemberg. So that would be probably the scenario that's playing out. And when you look at things, Marcus, it makes sense for St. Paul. Lemberg is their best catcher. Adams Central has had a field day on the base paths here against St. Paul. And so now you put Lemberg back behind the plate and try to protect Adams Central from doing all the base stealing. But, yeah, so a new pitcher from left, comes in. Your third baseman is now your former catcher. Your former third baseman is now your left fielder, and your former pitcher is now your catcher. Follow the bouncing ball. We've figured it all out and got our defensive alignment squared away. And now we resume action here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Patriots still playing with just 1 down as they struck for 2, the big 1 out RBI double, 2 RBI double from Jackson Shiguru as Jaron Johnson now comes to the plate. Johnson's got 3 steals already on the day. Reached on an error and reached on a walk.
And I think that's a great move defensively for St. Paul because Lemberg's your best catcher.
Yep.
Try and limit now all these stolen bases. I mean, like I said, Adams Central we know is aggressive, and they've shown that today with a lot of stolen bases already today. And so we're going to try to limit it here and see if Lemberg can catch him stealing a little more. And then you got Majerus here now on the bump.
Majerus starts it off by throwing it high and outside. Jaron Johnson at the plate here with 2 in scoring position, courtesy of the Jackson Shiguru 2 RBI double. Johnson, Rader, and Wallmeyer, the next 3 up here for AC if they can keep going and keep this train moving here in the 4th. This the big breakthrough inning we were hoping for if you're on the AC side of support. And a tough position for Majerus, quite frankly, to come in and work relief out of. As the bunt is on and laid down a beauty. And he's going to be safe on the play, too. Wow. What was an attempted sacrifice bunt. They threw it to first. The first baseman never touched the bag. He actually stepped over the bag, Marcus. And so it'll be a bunt single for Jaron Johnson and an RBI in tow. Don't see that every day.
No, and he missed, like I said, he just missed the base. I mean, that was perfect, like I said, perfectly placed bunt there by Johnson. And, yeah, he just flat out just missed the base. Big opportunity here for AC to really make these Wildcats pay.
Johnson, you got to be imagining is going to be off on the pitch, and he is. It'll be defensive indifference. They don't even throw down. So Johnson gets second. And now it's runners at second and third. Cohen Rader at the plate. Laid down a sacrifice bunt and struck out. AC's got the 4-0 lead. They just struck on a bunt single from Jaron Johnson. And this one's hitting the gap. And they're going to go 6-3. It'll be a fielder's choice, and another run comes across the score. Jackson Chagru scores. Rader grounds out to first. As they'll go 6-3 with the RBI. Johnson over to third, and Caleb Wallmeyer now at the plate. Wallmeyer, the 7th Patriot to come up to bat in the inning. Patriots have struck for a 4 spot here in the 4th. And it might not be done yet. A curveball that did not break down. Just stayed up and over the head of Wallmeyer. And this ball hit well out in the left center gap, and this one's going to get down. Driving in a run is going to be Wally, sliding into second safely. It's an RBI double. The fun continues here at Duncan Field as the Patriots have found their groove here in the second and are teeing off on reliever Majerus here for St. Paul. 9th batter to come around in the inning is going to be Jacob Reichstein. As the Patriots hang up a 5 spot here, we're going to have a
just equipment
moving into the third base dugout. Beautiful laser shot from Caleb Wallmeyer to the left center gap. And now Jacob Reichstein trying to keep this party rolling. Is it 6-0?
6-0.
Forgot I got to do a scoreboard. First time operating the scoreboard, so if all you watching at home, apologize. 6-0, Adams Central with the lead.
What little wind is out there right now. I've been watching the flags out there in center field, and they've been kind of all over the place. They've been blowing in from left to right. They've been blowing straight in from center. They've been blowing out to left. Just if you can find the gap at the right moment with the wind, that ball's gonna go for a while.
Wind's not all that powerful, however, 5 miles an hour, so very light today. Gorgeous day at Duncan, and a gorgeous inning here for Adams Central. A 5 spot. I'm trying to still calculate the hits, man. They just keep on coming. 4 straight hits for Adams Central that have led to the crooked number on the scoreboard. There was 4 hits. There was 2 hit batters. There was the error over at first base. Yeah, this has been a nightmare for St. Paul pitching defensively. As Reichstein will try to keep it going. And Reichstein's going to be frozen. Upside down K, but the Patriots send 9 to the plate. They score 5 of them. Adams Central jumping out to a 6-0 lead. 5 runs on 4 hits, 1 St. Paul error, and 1 left aboard. Let's go to the top half of inning number 5. Patriots 6, Wildcats 0. District Final Baseball on Extreme Sports.
If you're looking for screen printing or embroidery work, turn to the experts at Protein Design of Grand Island. They have over 19 years of experience and are locally owned. The staff at Protein Design can create that shirt for your special event with custom screen printing services. Or get some custom embroidery on your clothing, hats, bags, or other accessories. At Pro Team Design of Grand Island, you can get the uniforms for your high school or college sports teams too. Get a quote by simply going to the website at proteamdesign.com or by calling 308-203-4044. There's in-store pickup and delivery available. Pro Team Design, 2716 Old Fair Road in Grand Island.
You're locked in to Extreme Sports.
Olivares now hits a line drive to deep left field. Ward is back to the wall. Granny time!
Here's Doncic wheeling inside in traffic and got it to go. Call it the foul.
The home of 24/7 sports talk. Nothing but pure sports action.
Welcome back to beautiful Duncan Field here on Extreme Sports. Dynasty Veronica Marcus Metcalf with you. It was just tallying up and putting that fourth frame behind us. A very impressive outing for the Adams Central Patriots as they come and the bats come alive, Marcus, and they've really got some breathing room, and you're going to have some pretty desperate swings, I think, coming up here from the Wildcats as they're going to try to claw back into this baby.
And I think also at the same time, it calms your pitcher down.
Yeah.
When you get run support, that makes a deal. When you're in a 1-0 game, you know, a couple base hits, there's a couple runs right there. And so now you got a 6-0 lead. You're going in the fifth inning. Hold these guys to nothing here in the fifth. And if you guys can explode for another 4 or 5 runs in the bottom of the fifth, you're coming home away a winner and a district title for the first time ever.
Well, we were talking in the top half of the fourth inning, which seems like a decade ago after that big bottom of the fourth for AC. But it was like Adams Central's been in full control in this game, but you're looking up and it's a 1-0 scoreboard. Well, then Reichstein goes and sets down the Wildcats in order, and after that, the AC Bats again come alive. I have no idea what the scoreboard's doing over here. We got like a 2-0, 3-0 count.
3-0 count.
We're showing 3 outs, but that's not right.
Just needs just to hit the out button one more time.
Nobody down. Here is Lane Baker, comes to the plate. Baker, an .091 batting average and 3 ribbies on the campaign. And Reichstein goes to work here on the 8-hooter. Misses, apparently. 4 straight wide ones. Uncanny there for Jacob Reichstein, who has been humming the zone pretty good. But that time, 4 straight balls to Lane Baker. That'll bring up Mason Majerus, your new pitcher, here in the contest.
There we go. Got the out cleared out there. But I always thought about that in that last inning. They put up a 5 spot. What would happen if they would have called that ball fair down the third base line?
Oh, mercy. All told, it didn't matter. They were able to.
No.
They were able to make up for it anyways. But yeah, that one's laser straight back into the upper deck area here. Hope everyone's okay. Just sneaking up over the netting. And it's an 0-1 here to Mason Majerus. Majerus was put into an extremely tough spot. All told, only responsible for 3 of the runs that scored, or 2 of the runs that scored, but came in with runners at second and third and only 1 down there. That's a tough spot for a reliever to go to work. He got touched up pretty good, though. 4 hits off of him. And the Patriots hang that 5 spot here in the 4th inning to take a 6-0 lead on St. Paul. Swing and miss, and down he goes. Majerus down on strikes. Reichstein back to work as he notches his 3rd strikeout here of the contest. Zayden Weller now to the plate. I thought Reichstein would have more strikeouts with as much as he has been in the zone, but St. Paul's put the ball in play, but credit Adams Central. They've backed him up defensively here. I've still got, Marcus, no errors on the scorebook here for AC.
That makes 2 of us. I have none also.
Well, then I feel a lot more confident about my scorebook at this point in the proceedings. 1-0 count. Reichstein working here on Zayden Weller. Off speed upstairs. Taken for a ball. 2-0 count.
Oh, yeah, of course. And as a pitcher, you want the strikeouts. Of course, you want to match the stats up. But if your defense is getting you out innings and ground outs, you'll take that every day.
Absolutely. Put the ball in play, good things will happen unless it's the AC defense. Then good things are happening if you're a Pats fan. This one off the glove. Oh, I think Hodgin thought that was in there. He turned around, he looked at the glove, he said, "Where'd you go?" That pops in and out of the glove, and I think if that sticks in the glove too, Marcus, I think he gets the strike call. All told, it's going to be ball 3 and a runner advancing in the form of Baker. Baker not all that fleet of foot, but is able to get second base after the pass ball on Hodgin. Reichstein delivers right across the plate. You bet, strike 1. Weller waiting, or Weller taking all the way. And now a 3-1 upcoming. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 down. 6-0, Adams Central with the lead. Here we're listening to the C4 District Championship here on Extreme Sports. At the knees, you bet, baby. Strike 2. Full count.
Thought maybe it was just a little bit low, but he's been calling that low strike.
BB at the knees from Jacob Reichstein. Can he go right back to it? Tries. This ball's flared straight up the chute. Second baseman calls the right fielder over, and now we're going to have a toss down. Oh, yeah.
Nice throw.
Good decision there from Baker not to go. He was going to try to advance on the play, and Dyer threw an absolute dart to third. That retreats Baker back to the second base bag, and it's a fly out to right with Heater coming to the play. You see that cannon from right to third? That hopped once. Beauty. Right into the glove. An absolute dart. So here comes Braxton Heater to the plate. Heater walked and struck out so far, and now takes a look at one outside.
That's what you want, though, from a right fielder in case you need a play at the plate.
Yeah, that was a laser. Hope he's still got a few of those in the bag if we need them later. 1-0. And a frozen rope right back up the chute, but guess who's there? Raider, Nipple, 6-3. Down goes St. Paul. Here in the 5th. They're able to put a runner in scoring position, but they strand him right there. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left aboard. Let's go to the bottom half of inning number 5. It is Adams Central with the 6-0 lead as we play on here in the C4 District Championship from Duncan.
If you're planning to build a new home or add an addition to your existing one, trust the experts at Gangwish Construction. From general contracting, basement pouring, to bathroom remodeling, concrete work, and deck building, they handle it all with precision and care. They take pride in doing the job right the first time, every time. Contact Jeff today at 402-460-0013 and experience quality craftsmanship with Gangwish Construction.
This is Brad Mossberger from VSIN. You're listening to Extreme Sports.
Tyson Ironic, Marcus Metcalf with you here from Duncan Field. Scoring update in the Big Ten softball tournament that you provided to me over the break was 3-0 Bruins, and I looked at you like you were a crazy person. I'm like, Boston didn't even make the NHL playoffs. What in the heck are you talking about? UCLA Bruins, I forget that they are in the Big Ten. I'm still adjusting to this Western new contingency as part of our conference tournament, but the UCLA Bruins leading Nebraska 3-0 in the Big Ten quarterfinals. Yeah, he like threw me on an out-of-body experience for a second. I'm like, first of all, the hockey playoffs aren't even starting until 6:30. Second of all, Boston's not even playing in them. Thirdly, how did they score 3 goals already versus their mystery opponent? Hunter Netpole now at the plate. He led off the last inning after he got hit by a pitch. This time he leads off by skying one straight out to center field. And it's first pitch swinging here for AC in the 5th. And Hunter Netpole is retired. First time he's been retired after in the ball game so far. 2 runs scored for Hunter Netpole. Nick Musil now to the plate. Singled. Flew out to center. He's 1 for 2. A little slide piece action, some break on that. Tries to break that back inside, but can't get the call. Mason Majerus. Getting with the ERA floating around the 4.5 mark. Coming inside and getting the call there. 6-0 AC. The big breakthrough inning, the fourth. Hitting the 5 spot. Having a little fun here at the ballpark. Where's the 1-1? 2 hopper, shortstop side, in time. That'll be 6-3 as Heater goes to Reimers for second out. And for the first time here, Marcus, the Patriots are in danger of going down in order. They have not gone down in order in this ball game. And Owen Brown will try for a little 2-out magic to keep the inning alive.
First time in a while since Patriots went 1-2-3.
Yeah, Majerus has really settled into a groove here. Much easier to come in relief when you have no base runners to worry about. He came in again with a high-stress situation. Runners at second and third with just 1 down. Patriots tagged him up, and he just breezed through the bottom of the order here. Already even in the count here, 1-1 to downtown Owen Brown. 327 hitter, 12 RBIs. Hit by a pitch, came around to score. Also drove in the game's first run. And this one is skied out between center and the left fielder calling off the center fielder. That's Bader calling off Weller. And the side is retired. Fly out to left ends things here.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the advanced funeral planning specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
You are listening to Patriot Baseball on Extreme Sports. You are listening to Patriot Baseball on Extreme Sports.
That's baseball back here on Extreme Sports as we get set to go in the top half of inning number 6. You had breaking news alert from ESPN. Apparently, Bill Belichick's girlfriend is allowed now on campus. I know that was very concerning to you. I think it was very concerning to Bill, too. I would have shut her out of the campus activities. I'd be afraid that she'd start dating somebody her own age for once. My goodness gracious. If that's our top story today, we're having a slow sports day. It's not slow across the state of Nebraska. It's District Final Friday, and the Patriots are now 2 innings away from punching their ticket to the state baseball tournament and earning their first district championship in school history. They hold a 6-0 lead over St. Paul Palmer, and it will be 3, 4, and 5 due up here for the Cats. Starting things off will be Christian Lemberg. Lemberg has walked, singled, and was cut down trying to steal second on probably the best defensive play we've seen today. A beautiful throw from Parker Hodgen. Raider applying the tag. And the would-be base stealer cut down. And a first pitch strike. As Reichstein goes back to work and throws in a beauty. Are you really that cold?
Well, when that thing's constantly running.
Does it bother you that bad? Here's a slow hopper, shortstop side, fielded in time, and it's going to be Raider over to Nepple for the 6-3 putout.
Oh, yeah. When you have everybody in every single one of these booths at least has a jacket or something because you're underneath the AC that constantly runs. Yeah, it gets a little chilly in here.
I think it's gorgeous temperature-wise. That's just me. Alex Meineke now coming to the plate. Let's find our spot, shall we, here in the cleanup hitter. You were shivering. I was very concerned there for a second for you.
I think it's beautiful out. I'm just underneath the constant cold air. It's like you're in a freezer.
Meineke swings and misses as he goes up and over the top. Reichstein working well here. You'll thaw out eventually.
I will. Step outside.
Lemberg off speed on the black. And they'll have to pull it back. Does Alex Meineke but he went too far. He goes around. It's 0-2. Reichstein in a groove. Looking for number 3 upstairs. Crowd wanted it. Broadcast booth wanted it. Didn't get it. I mean, look at this. I mean, he's right back to work. That ball goes right back to the glove. Oh, I love this.
Yeah, he wastes no time.
He's just working quick.
And he doesn't waste any time. A lot of these Adams Central pitchers, they don't really waste any time.
Get the ball, go to work. You'd love to see it. Here's the 2-2. Reichstein. Ooh, off the plate. After being ahead 0-2, now 3-2. And we'll have to go right back to it. Bring one in the zone here to Alex Meineke. He's being delicate with him. Meineke has hit the ball hard. Hit the snot out of the ball in the first inning. But an excellent play defensively from Jaron Johnson. And that freezes him at the knees. Upside down K. Strikeout looking for Alex Meineke. The 4th strikeout here for Reichstein. That'll bring up Bader to the plate. Bay has walked and flew out to right. I don't believe any relation to Harrison Bader, the outfielder for the now Minnesota Twins. It's a Cardinal, then a Yankee, and now a Twin. The well-traveled Harrison Bader. As Levi Bader chops this one foul. 2 down here in the top half of the 6th. This baby's scheduled for 7 here today from Duncan Field. Patriots put her on cruise control after the big 5-run 4th inning. And Reichstein is going to continue to hammer away here at this potent St. Paul lineup. It's definitely the 3, 4, and 5 markers that concern me, but Reichstein's done a really good job with them so far here in this game. Here's the 1-1.
Yeah, I thought he's done well, really. Any part of the lineup, top, middle, bottom, I don't think it really matters. He's just in a groove, and any bang he gets in the air, be a base hit, or a line drive out to his outfielders, or a ground out to his infield. So he's done really well today.
3-1 here to Bader. Getting coverage of the C4 District Championship, Adams Central Baseball here on Extreme Sports. High fly ball. That is out in the right center gap. Let's see who calls for it. It will be Dyer, and it's 1-2-3. Set down in order. Go the Wildcats on the F9. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left aboard. Bottom of the 6th we go. Adams Central with a 6-0 lead. You're listening to Patriot Baseball on Extreme Sports.
TLC Vet Care is pleased to serve Hastings and the surrounding area. The goal at TLC Vet Care is to provide you and your pets with the best veterinary experience possible. Everything from dentistry to surgery. They can also do x-rays, microchipping, vaccinations, wellness checks, nutritional counseling, behavior management, parasite prevention, spay, and neuter. Let Dr. Tammy Craig and Dr. Catherine Caston take care of your pets. Give them a call at 402-463-2899 or stop in to see them at 512 Eastside Boulevard in Hastings. We are here for you and your pet. TLC Vet Care of Hastings.
Extreme Sports, the ultimate destination for sports enthusiasts.
This is the greatest record in the history of sports.
Broadcasting live 24/7.
Just have some fun out here, and enjoy the journey of all this. I'm trying to get 16 wins and going after a gold trophy.
We give the people what they want.
And I am a huge sports fan. I love sports.
Back here at Duncan Field, Tyson Veronica and Marcus Metcalf with you. 6th inning of play. 6-0, Adams Central with the advantage. As it'll be 9-1-2 due up here.
I think we got some warming up in the Patriot bullpen down there. Like Aiden Krejci, our favorite pitcher.
If needed.
Our favorite pitcher.
So, Dyer at the plate. And looks at a strike. Not sure on the call. Looks around. Seeing if there was any other objections. It's an 0-1. Majerus, off-speed pitch. Way out in front there was Dyer. Now the count 0-2. We'll get you a Hastings High update as soon as that is provided. They change their game changer about every year for new baseball teams, and so trying to find it here. Playing Ralston, that one was first pitch at 5 p.m. So they're well underway in their ball game over on the eastern side of the state as Dyer flies one out towards center. And an F8. Jackson Shagrew now due up. He had the big breakthrough hit back in inning number 4, the 2 RBI double with one down, and the Patriots have not looked back since then. That was the breakthrough hit.
It certainly was, and we appreciate all of you that came tuning in to us today here on Extreme Sports. First pitch in is a ball to Shagrew. Either whether you're on your couch, listening, on your smartphone, coming home from work, maybe get some food from the family, or if you're sitting outside of Turn 2 at Kansas Speedway this weekend as our CEO, boss man, Mike Will, and IT guy out there enjoying some much-needed time off as they're enjoying some NASCAR thunder, as I've been there several times before. Plenty of races. A great time. As we get a base hit. It's going to go right through past the third baseman there. Meineke there at third. It's going to be a base hit here for Jackson Shagrew.
So Shagrew's aboard via the single, and it's a one-out single for AC. Just get you some other scores from across the state here. Auburn and Wayne are tied at 0 in the C5 district. That is through 2.5 innings of play. They are through 4 in Kearney. My goodness, some of these people tweet atrociously. It's Kearney 8, Omaha North nothing. That's like navigating a maze here to find scores. Grand Island winners over Omaha South by the score of 2-0. So if scores hold there, I believe Kearney and Grand Island are going to play each other for...
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest draw for Grand Island Senior High.
That is a merciless draw.
There's a bunt laid down here by Johnson with the speed there and get a fire over first. Oh, there's going to be a collision there at first as... Throw gets away, and they're going to say it was just a bobble there. So Johnson's going to reach aboard at first, and Shagrew's going to advance over to third.
Back-to-back reaching on errors from the first baseman for Jaron Johnson, both on bunts. As the ball is bobbled by the first baseman, and Patriots playing a little small ball. And we got runners at the corners here. Game must be running along over there in Ralston, the first one. I have no updates yet from... Hastings High. Again, if those get passed along, we'll pass them along to you. But as of now, no updates. And this ball is lasered towards the gap. And this is going to be rolling for a while. Extra bases written all over it. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And it's going to be a sliding triple. Ball gets away and it goes into the Patriot dugout. No. Bounces in and off the fence. That one, if it would have hopped into the dugout, would have plated 3. But a triple off the bat of Cohen Rader as he scores 2, and now the Patriots have the 8-run lead here in the 6th.
That was just absolutely on a rope from Cohen Rader. Found the left center gap, the 405 power alley. That ball was laced.
3 RBIs for Rader. 2 RBIs for Johnson, 2 for Shagrew. The bats continue to stay hot here for AC. This is fun.
Yes, it is. In that Hastings High game, there shouldn't be any game. I think that's the only game that gets the district final there. So
sure.
I don't know why they're not updating. So, but we will get you an update as soon as it comes available. I'm looking on my side too.
Wally squares around to bunt. He's going to lay down a beauty. That's a squeeze, and it's executed to perfection from Tim Stroman and the AC Patriots. And Caleb Wallmeyer gets an RBI on a squeeze bunt, as there'll be 2 down and a 9-0 lead. Let's update the scoreboard here on our side. This is all new to me.
Now batting the pitcher for 12.
Patriots just need a run.
One run to win the ball game here, but nobody on board. And they'll try to restart the motor here with 2 down. Ball skips away from the catcher. 1 run or 3 outs, but the Patriots comfortably in control here. 9-0, leading it over the St. Paul Palmer Wildcats, who held their own first 3 innings of this ball game. It was a tight one-run contest. Patriots erupt for 5 in the 4th and 3 in the 6th. And this looks like a team that is destined to do some pretty special things next weekend at the state baseball tournament.
But I tell you what, that Class C field, if winners predict how they should, that Class C is probably going to be one of the best fields at state this year.
Well, guess who? Wayne's back. You got Central City in there. Malcolm's in there.
Any one of these top teams can win it.
The who's of Class C still alive as Reichstein skies this one straight out towards center. Should be easy peasy. And indeed it is. Weller's down for the glove, but the Patriots score 3 more. 9 runs. All told here in the ball game. 3 come in to score off the strength of 2 Pat hits, and AC has a 9-0 lead as we get set to play top half of the 7th. It's the last chance for romance for the Cats. You're listening to Patriots Baseball here on Extreme Sports.
At Reuter Auction and Realty, we are land brokers and equipment auctioneers. Our company is deeply rooted in agriculture, and we realize that farm and ranch assets are serious business. We are an integrity-based organization which has evolved into over 55 years of service to Nebraska and northern Kansas. Consult with one of our 12 agents today if it's time to sell your family's land and assets. Call us today for a no-obligation consultation at 402-463-8565 or go to reuterauction.com.
You are listening to Patriot Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Back here at Duncan Field, Patriots trying to close out a district championship for the first time in school history, punch their ticket and get an automatic berth to the state baseball tournament. Mention the listeners that we've got on board. Also a special shout out to any of those that are retired and spending a gorgeous Hastings evening out on their deck and back patio. Cheers. See you soon. 7th inning here, AC. 9-0 advantage, and it's the last chance for romance here for the Cats. 3, 4, 5 due up, heart of the order. Nope, check that. Let's go down 6, 7, 8, shall we? It'll be Hoppus, Reimers, and Baker. And a high pitch as Reichstein gets the nod here to go 7. Where they were warming up, Krejci, but Stroman giving the ball to Reichstein, says go ahead and finish it. Get your complete game shutout.
We do have a pinch hitter, Jaden Thompson, in the lineup for St. Paul.
J-Dog flies foul. As that one goes off the top of the concession stand. Don't know that they'll be able to return that one to the Patriot dugout. I think that's resting firmly on the top. 1 ball, 1 strike. Reichstein delivers. Ooh, straight up the chute, frozen rope. Nice hit there from Thompson as he comes in replace of Hoppus, and immediately deposits one out to center. Another base knock for St. Paul. It's just their 4th hit of the ball game. AC playing pretty flawlessly.
I think we might have a
pinch runner.
Yep. It's gonna be Colby Wood.
Dugout clearing out here for the St. Paul Wildcats. This is a pinch. No, it's not. That's not a pinch hitter. We still got Gatlin Reimers at the plate.
Yep.
We had to follow the bouncing ball when they did their defensive substitutions on the pitching change. And in the 7th inning of a 9-0 game, you get the feeling, Marcus, that they might clear out the bench in the dugout here and give some of these kids an opportunity to play in a district final as well. But nonetheless, it'll be Reimers at the plate, who goes first pitch swinging. Shoots this one into foul territory. Nepp gives it a look, but pulls off.
To me, at times, that's kind of the worst thing about sports, Tyson, is you're coming into a game and you're trailing and it's not fun. But you're fortunate enough, coaches let you in, come in and play, get on the base pass or swing the bat, something, and get yourself into a ball game. So kind of give or take here. And so, but it's great to see some of these kids get out there who don't get to play very much and able to either run the bases or swing the bat. So, I think it's a good thing.
9-0 ball game here. Adams Central, the big breakthrough in the 4th. The 5-run 4th inning. They tacked on 3 more in the 6th, and it's been all systems go for AC. 1 ball, 1 strike, as Reichstein continues to work on Gatlin Reimers. Wood at first. That pitch in there for a strike. Another BB at the knees. Reichstein has lived there. Heck, he's collected his mail there. And they've called it there since the very first pitch of the ball game, and he hasn't gone anywhere since. Right at the knees again. You bet inside corner as well. Strike 3. 5th strikeout of the game for Jacob Reichstein. He's come up big in this one. I mean, getting the ball from Tim Stroman in the situation and saying, I want this one. I want this one for our team. I want to get some hardware, be the first one in school history. I want the ball here, Coach. Tim Stroman, with every confidence in the world, says go get him today. He's come up big.
And that's strikeout number 6. Strikeout number 6. Great day for Jacob Reichstein.
6 Ks. Inside. No call. 2-0. One down. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Adams Central with a 9-0 lead. This one fouled off to the right side.
Yeah, Reichstein just really pitched a gem today. He really has. And the senior, final game at home in his career, getting ready to walk down the graduation aisle tomorrow as we get a base hit here to left center.
That might be extra bases, as that one's going to find the gap. Wood's going to scream around second base. He's going to be standing up there at third. Slide into second's going to be not in time, and it'll be a double off the bat there of Lane Baker. So Lane Baker finds a gap, and the bats are starting to get to Reichstein here in the 7th for St. Paul. They've got 2 in scoring position, but 9-hitter here in Mason Majerus. Singled, struck out. You had his number the last at-bat. Then you look at what he's done to the top of the order. Zayden Weller is 0 for 3. I think you just go after the batter here.
Yep.
Just go to work. Don't worry about those 2 runners in scoring position. Try to hum them home. Chopper, third base side. No tag. It'll be Wallmeyer over to Neppel in time. St. Paul's going to get a run across. So no shutout here for Jacob Reichstein as Colby Wood comes across to score. Thought there was just a fleeting second there. I thought there was an opportunity for Wallmeyer to get that tag, but couldn't quite grab the jersey, and so it'll be a 5-3 putout and train count number 2.
As I say, that's our second choo-choo. Say, how can we not go at Duncan without having here at least 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 choo-choos?
I can't wait for quiet zones. I've been waiting 6 years for quiet zones. We still don't have them. It's an issue. They're under construction, but it's taken far too long. Ball outside as it hits home plate.
Yeah, if you're Reichstein, don't worry about the runner right now. Just get the out.
Get the win.
Get the win, and you're going home as district champions for the first time ever.
So Weller 0 for 3 on the day. The final out here for St. Paul, 9-1. Been all AC. Yeah, sorry, changed the scoreboard. 9-1, there we go. Got it. Pulling double duty here today. Pitch on the corner. And at the knees, strike one. It's 2-1 count. Patriots trying to win their first district championship in school history. Automatic berth to the state tournament, and it's 3-1. We'll have to wait a little longer.
Quick scoring update, 4-2 UCLA with the lead. Nebraska, last chance at the top of the 7th to score 2 runs to at least send that thing to the bottom of the 7th, or score 3 runs and hold on to go on to the Big Ten championship tomorrow.
Reichstein got to throw a strike here, and does. 3-2. Payoff pitch upcoming. Crowd coming up to their feet here for the Adams Central senior. Let's celebrate here on a Friday. At this point, feels like just delayed celebration as Reichstein looks in at the 3-2. Gets the sign from Hodgson, throws it on the inside, and gets a strikeout call. Strikeout looking to end it. 7 strikeouts for Jacob Reichstein as a dog pile on the mound. The Patriots are headed to the state baseball tournament with their first district championship in school history. Cameras are out and flashing, and the party has begun in H-Town. A 9-1 winner for Adams Central as they knock off St. Paul Palmer and punch their ticket to the state baseball tournament.
And as a proud alum myself, couldn't be more happier for these group of kids who 3 years in a row have been the bridesmaid at a district final. They get a chance to be the bride today, and what an absolute gem. An absolute gem from Jacob Reichstein, the senior, on his last home game of his career. Like I said, getting ready to walk down the graduation aisle tomorrow at graduation and go on to his college career. What a way to end your home season, and you're getting a chance to go to the state tournament, which is going to be loaded this year. And this Patriot team has that chance and is very capable of lifting another trophy at the end of the year.
9-1 winner for Adams Central. It was cruise control after the 4th inning. 5 runs in the 4th started it, and from there it was just all fun in baseball. Adams Central punching their ticket to the state baseball tournament and holding up the district trophy for the first time in school history. What a day to be a Patriot, and what a way to start your weekend here in H-Town.
Get ready, race fans. Cam Raceway is teaming up with Extreme Sports for an electrifying season of high-speed, dirt-slinging, adrenaline-pumping action. Every race night, we're bringing you live video coverage straight from the track, so you won't miss a single lap, pass, or photo finish. From non-wing warriors to cage karts, flat karts, and the A-class wing beasts, we've got it all. There's nothing like the roar of the engines, the smell of burning rubber, and the rush of dirt flying action right in front of you. So get to the track and experience it live. But if you can't make it, don't sweat. Extreme Sports has you covered. Buckle up, because this season is going to be fast, fierce, and unforgettable. Make sure you like and follow Extreme Sports on Facebook to get all the latest updates, and we will see you at the track.
Accessible and affordable holistic care is just around the corner at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center. Located at 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings. At Bamboo Spa, we offer a range of therapies to help you unwind and recharge. Experience soothing massages, rejuvenating head spa scalp treatments, and our Advanced Glow 2 facials. Discover the healing power of ozone therapy and frequency healing. Become a member for exclusive 24-hour access to our therapeutic amenities, including the infrared sauna, hydro massage, and cryo lounge. Members enjoy 20% off all services and 10% off products in our non-toxic retail shop. Visit our Facebook page to learn more and book your appointment today. Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, truly holistic care, designed for you.
The weather is warming up, and that means only one thing. It's baseball season. Whether it's Hastings High, Adams Central, or Hastings College baseball this spring, you'll be able to catch the action on Extreme Sports. And this summer, Extreme Sports will be the exclusive voice for Hastings American Legion baseball. Whether it's Hastings 5 Points Bank, Hastings Johnson Imperial Homes, or Hastings Runza, all the big games will be right here. Listen online at x-streamsports.com, on your smartphone with our free mobile app, or on your Alexa-enabled smart speaker. Just say, Alexa, play Extreme Sports. Central Nebraska's new home for sports is Extreme Sports. Play Extreme Sports. Central Nebraska's new home for sports is Extreme Sports. You are listening to Patriot Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Back here at Duncan Field, Tyson Nevronic, Marcus Metcalf, as we start our post-game portion of today's coverage here. Adams Central, a 9-1 winner over St. Paul Palmer. A brilliant pitching performance today from Jacob Reichstein. A big fourth inning as the Patriots tacked on 5 to extend to a 6-0 lead. They poured 3 more on in the 6th and ultimately win this baby by the score of 9-1. Some great defense out in the outfield as well. We saw incredible defense up the middle in the infield, and all of those factors account to one happy Patriot family as they win this baby by the score of 9-1. Marcus, let's start with Reichstein, and you mentioned him towards the 7th inning. Couldn't ask for a better scenario for a senior to get the ball and punch a ticket to the state tournament and lift hardware, a championship hardware, for the first time in school history.
Absolutely. Like I said, he pitched a gem, and he 7 Ks on the night, or the afternoon, I should say. He pitched wonderful, and his defense really backed him up. They give St. Paul some credit, too. They've hit, like you said, a lot of loud fly balls that in most parks would probably be in the gap somewhere, or even, whatever the case may be. And that's the benefit of this ballpark, keeping everything in. And their defense with Dyer and Johnson and Musel out in the outfield have really used their speed and really cut down a lot of the base hits for St. Paul. But give credit to the AC defense. They played well tonight, and now they got to wipe this thing clean, kind of enjoy it a little bit. Then it's get back to business as usual. I guarantee Coach Stroman said that same thing as they're still celebrating out there out on the field, and why not? They got Coach Stroman with the Gatorade bucket. Oh, yeah. Well, hey, that's well worth it, man.
He's going to be soaked when he comes up here for the post-game show as he gets the Gatorade shower over there at home plate. Adams Central, again, winners 9-1 today. And you mentioned it, Marcus. One of the hardest things about this now is you can't make this your Super Bowl, right? You cannot make this be the highlight of the season. There is obviously much, much more meaningful baseball to be played at the state tournament next weekend. And right now it's going to be a mental reset, which can be very hard with all the emotions that came into today and everything that was on the line, to be able to hit that reset button and get ready to go to work. But we saw it on display. If any team can do it, these Patriots have proved all season long that they can do it.
Absolutely. And like I said, that field of 8, whatever it's going to be, there's going to be teams that expect to be there, or you might have an upset or two. But no matter what, you're going to be playing against 7 other quality teams that deserve to be down there in Omaha next week. And like you said, this team cannot make this their Super Bowl. They got they have at least 3 or 4 games to go down there if they want to come home with even some bigger hardware for the school. But right now, this is what's great right now. You brought home your first district title in school history. And so, like I said, proud alum myself. Couldn't be more proud of these kids. And they're going to be a night they can't remember, especially for this senior class. What a way to go out.
Adams Central again winners 9-1 here this afternoon over St. Paul Palmer, a ticket to the state tournament punched. Let's bring you up to speed on the happenings over in Ralston, and a combination of walks, errors, and a couple of hits does not mix well for the Tigers. They are currently trailing in the bottom of the second by the score of 9-3. Ralston pouring it on Hastings High in that district final over there in Class B. Again, Adams Central winners 9-1 here and have punched their ticket to state, and we'll see if the Tigers can't mount a massive comeback. At last check, the Huskers were trailing the UCLA Bruins. Let's get you a scoring update from the Big Ten softball tournament before we take our next break here on the post-game show. Marcus, the latest there.
It is a final. Nebraska is eliminated. They couldn't score another run after scoring 2 runs there in the 6th. So the Huskers fall 4-2 to UCLA, and that's a good UCLA team. So UCLA is in the championship tomorrow afternoon against the winner of Michigan, and the 12-seeded Purdue Boilermakers, hosting the Big Ten tournament this year, has won 2 games in a row. 2 great games. Now they got to play Michigan. Winner of that plays UCLA tomorrow afternoon for the Big Ten title. But the Huskers, no, season's not done yet. They're more into the NCAA tournament with 39 wins and only 13 losses. This team is going to ready to fight in the NCAA tournament here next week.
Seniors getting their photos taken at home plate. Tim Stroman being mobbed by the media. We'll see if we can't get an opportunity to chat with him before we ramp up shop here today. 9-1 winners, Adams Central over St. Paul Palmer. We'll take a break here on the postgame show. Come back with more coverage from Duncan right after this.
Taking care of your teeth and gums is important to keeping a healthy smile, and that's where we come in. Dr. Corey Baumgartner of Baumgartner Family Dentistry will provide exceptional oral care services to both children and adults. They offer routine cleanings and screenings, emergency and scheduled surgical and cosmetic procedures, and a teeth whitening program to all of their patients. Whatever your dental care needs, Baumgartner Family Dentistry is there to help. New patients are welcome. Just call 402-462-6484 or stop in and see them at 2217 West 12th Street in Hastings.
Ridgeline, a local accounting and financial services firm, proudly supports all area high school athletes. There is more than one path toward financial security. We take the time to know you well, to understand your financial situation, your business, your farm, and your personal goals. That's why our work with you is more about personal connections than it is about the numbers. Choosing the right path takes experience, creativity, and guidance you can trust. Come join us and enjoy the view at Ridgeline.
When it comes to helping you protect what's important to you, you can trust the licensed independent insurance agents at Klein Insurance of Hastings. No matter what type of insurance you need, from auto to home to farm and crop, Klein Insurance will get it covered. They'll help you find the right policy for your specific situation. Klein Insurance has been in business since 1959 and is locally owned. Same-day quotes are available. At Klein Insurance, you'll get years of expertise, attention to detail, and exceptional customer service. Klein Insurance, 710 South Burlington in Hastings. Call 402-463-1256.
The weather is warming up, and that means only one thing. It's baseball season. Whether it's Hastings High, Adams Central, or Hastings College baseball this spring, you'll be able to catch the action on Extreme Sports. And this summer, Extreme Sports will be the exclusive voice for Hastings American Legion baseball. Whether it's Hastings 5 Points Bank, Hastings Johnson Imperial Homes, or Hastings Runza, all the big games will be right here. Listen online at x-streamsports.com, on your smartphone with our free mobile app, or on your Alexa-enabled smart speaker. Extreme Extreme Sports has been bringing you the exclusive home of Hastings College Athletics, and we're just getting started. Thanks to our incredible sponsors and your support, Extreme Sports 2 has been a huge success. And now we're excited to announce the launch of Extreme Sports 3. With Extreme Sports 3, you'll get even more local sports coverage. Plus, 24/7 access to Sports by Line, where you'll hear the best in national sports talk. Whether it's Hastings College, high school action, or the latest from around the sports world, we've got it covered across all 3 streams. And don't forget, when we're not broadcasting games, join us weekday mornings from 7 to 8 a.m. for Huddle Up with Mike Will and Tyson Havronik. It's the perfect way to start your day with sports, news, weather, and great local interviews. So tune in, check out all 3 streams, and stay with us for even more sports coverage coming soon. Thank you to our sponsors for making it all possible, and to you, our listeners, for keeping Extreme Sports strong. Thank you to our sponsors for making it all possible, and to you, our listeners, for keeping Extreme Sports strong. Listening to Patriot Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Back here as our post-game show coverage continues. 9-1, Adams Central victorious over St. Paul Palmer today here in the C4 District Final. Elsewhere, action happening across the state, and for more on that before our conversation with head coach Tim Stroman, Marcus Metcalf. What's been some of the shockers in Class C today?
Well, some in Class C, some have not gone final yet. I've been looking all afternoon just to find some, but it just kind of give a mix of what's going on in the state. Class C, most of the time you're getting 4 teams in a pod, or I call them pods, but in a bracket. And when you get in the B and A, you're getting these five teams in here. So some other notable, like around the Tri-City area, that's gone final. Grand Island Kearney, Grand Island kind of got a bad luck of the draw there when the district seedings came out. And so Grand Island and Kearney end up being in the same district, even though they're on the opposite sides of the bracket. So Grand Island was able to host their first round game, their semifinal today. And so they were able to get the win over Omaha South today by the score of 2-0. And then on the opposite side of the bracket for them, Kearney, Kearney High got the win this afternoon as well, 10-1 win over Omaha North. So you're gonna have that Grand Island Kearney rivalry for tomorrow afternoon over at Memorial Field in Kearney. And so, and talk about rivalry. If you guys want to see some rivalry baseball for a Mother's Day treat, I would say a pre-Mother's Day treat, go to Kearney and go watch Kearney and Grand Island. You're going to see some good baseball there. And so that's just kind of around the Tri-City area. Another one that gone final. Millard South with the 11-3 win over Fremont today. That's just a few of them that have gone final so far. Most games are already going right now. Tyson mentioned Hastings High trailing today to Ralston. I believe 9-3.
9-3 in the second, yeah.
And so Hastings kind of struggling right now as a team that they did face earlier this year, and then coming up a victory. And they actually was here at Duncan Field, and so it's kind of hard to beat a team twice. And it's like this game here today, Tyson. This was the rubber match. The rubber match is what they would say. St. Paul getting on Adams Central earlier in the year, and then Adams Central just playing them just 3 days ago. And so it's hard to beat a team not once but twice, and even a third time. But this time, the best 2 out of 3 went to the Patriots this time, and with a district championship and a state title berth on the line, and the Patriots were able to come away with this thing. And so, but that's just some scores around the state, and just thrilling just to watch these kids just celebrate with friends, family, loved ones. Like I said, as a mother, probably a great early Mother's Day gift for most of them out there to see their son come home with a district title, and knowing they got some plans for next week as they were able to watch their kids play for one final week down in Omaha in the state tournament.
State tournament for the Adams Central Patriots. The ticket is punched. 9-1 winners over St. Paul Palmer here at Duncan.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
TLC Vet Care is pleased to serve Hastings and the surrounding area. The goal at TLC Vet Care is to provide you and your pets with the best veterinary experience possible. Everything from dentistry to surgery. They can also do x-rays, microchipping, vaccinations, wellness checks, nutritional counseling, behavior management, parasite prevention, spay, and neuter. Let Dr. Tammy Craig and Dr. Catherine Caston take care of your pets. Give them a call at 402-463-2899 or stop in to see them at 512 Eastside Boulevard in Hastings. We are here for you and your pet. TLC Vet Care of Hastings.
If you experience air conditioning problems this summer, call the experts at Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning of Hastings. Ruts is a local, family-owned business with over 45 years of experience in the HVAC industry. They service all makes and models of heating and cooling equipment for both residential and commercial customers. You can trust Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning to complete all repairs, installations, and maintenance work on time. If you're shopping for a new air conditioner or heating system, remember Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. They have a broad range of systems to choose from. Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 402-463-4853.
Listening to Patriot Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Back here at Duncan Field, Tyson Vronick with you, joined by head coach of Adams Central Patriots, Tim Stroman. A 9-1 winner for AC today. And, Coach, congratulations in order. A district championship, first time here in school history. And it's got to certainly feel good for the kids and for the seniors, for everyone that's involved in this program. Great day to be a Patriot. Just talk about your initial reaction.
Oh, I was just proud. You know, these kids have worked so hard, and to see them and the way that they were reacting, I mean, that's what makes it worth it. Makes it coaching. I mean, that's why we do it.
Coach took quite the Gatorade shower as well here at the end of the game, and certainly that had to feel great. But let's walk through this game. Jacob Brankstein getting the ball, senior, and really one pitch away from what would have been a complete game shutout for him. He throws 7 dazzling innings here for your AC Patriots, 7 strikeouts. Talk about the way he composed himself throughout the day today.
Didn't expect anything else from him. He's a big game pitcher, senior. Pitched a lot of meaningful games for us last year and this year, and he did exactly what we thought he would do. Went out there and fought, didn't let the base runners get to him, attacked hitters, let his defense work. I mean, that's all you can ask, and I think he did phenomenal today.
We were talking about midway through the third inning, and it felt like you were in control of that ball game, but you're looking up at the scoreboard, and it's 1-0. Offense finally breaks through there in the fourth as you send 9 to the plate. You get a little breathing room and a little separation, and I think that just built so much confidence for your team.
Oh, for sure. I mean, those first 3 innings, we had 2 or 3 base runners on base every inning. It was just putting the pressure on until they popped, and the 4th or 5th inning, whatever that was, we were able to bunt, we were able to squeeze, we were able to run, we were hitting the ball all over the place, and that's what we got to try and do. We don't get down on ourselves. I mean, we did get the 1 run early, which made Jake obviously more comfortable on the mound, pitching with the leads, a lot more comfortable than not. And then, as soon as we were able to open it up, it was like the floodgates opened, and it was fun to watch. I mean, these kids do such a great job executing the small ball aspect of our baseball style. And to see him execute it in the district championship was awesome.
Coach Tim Stroman again joining us here in the postgame show. 9-1 winners for AC today over St. Paul Palmer. Now you get set for the Class C state tournament. The focus and the mindset, I think we celebrate this one obviously tonight, but then it's back to work. And I think the mindset from the coaching staff standpoint, can't let this one be the Super Bowl. Can't let this one be the highlight of the season. And if anything has been proven all season long with these boys, they'll be focused and they'll be ready to go. But talk about getting them refocused and ready to go for a state tournament run.
They're hungry. They want to get back. We wanted to get back to Omaha from the beginning of the year. We felt that we could have maybe done a couple things differently last year, and the results could have been different. And now's our chance to prove it. These kids are playing great baseball. It's great to see this point of the year. I mean, I thought that was our most complete baseball game I've seen us play. And to have it happen at this point of the year is fantastic. And I'm going to let them enjoy it this weekend. We need a couple days off, and, we'll probably keep it pretty light Monday and Tuesday, give myself a time to kind of research our opponents and prepare a little bit for some of the guys that we haven't seen. And then we'll start implementing our game plan and our defensive shifts and attacks Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then it's game time Saturday.
Coach, let's go celebrate that. Start that celebration a little bit earlier. Let you go party with your Patriot family here, my man. Thanks for joining us on the post-game show. We'll probably talk with you leading up to the state tournament this week on Huddle Up, but appreciate your time here on the post-game show, and congratulations on the win, my man.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
From a guy that I grew up in the college dorms playing MLB The Show with to now a district champion head coach. Couldn't be more proud here in the broadcast booth as AC wins this baby by the score of 9-1. For my broadcast partner, Marcus Metcalf, our CEO, and rest of the crew down at the Kansas Motor Speedway. You guys let me in on a fun one. I'm glad that we're along for the ride. 9-1, AC punches their ticket to the Class C state tournament, and we'll have wrapping things up here from Duncan Field, saying so long here from Hastings. AC winners 9-1.
Have been listening to an exclusive presentation by Extreme Sports. If you missed portions of today's game, you can download our podcast on x-streamsports.com.